Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it with the Dragalia Lost. The rare Saturday Dragalia Lost stream. But, I did my Friday on Friday, so I figured might as well treat myself to some Dragalia Lost. As far as I know, nothing else is going on in Splatoon. Hey, welcome back, welcome to the chat, Pro. Joined in early. You sure did. Usually don't see anybody for the first 5 or 10 minutes of these streams. So, thank you. Thank you for bumping up my numbers. I appreciate that. So, last time, we went through and we completed chapters 21 and 22 of the main campaign. Hey, welcome to the chat also, AQ. You know, there almost wasn't a stream today, but, I just felt like it. And when I feel like something and it tells me to go ahead and do something, I follow that. So, everyone's getting a treat today. So we did chapter 21 and 22. That leads us, according to my chapter story order in the wiki, into the Faith Forsaken duo. And this is part 1, where apparently we are going to befriend Harl, an alternate version of Harl, because I do not see us befriending the proper Harl. And we only just started off with the prologue, but already the plot is going to thicken, unless thickening refers to Rizarda and Raphael on there, which I would not be opposed to whatsoever. It's so thick that I need to do a data download before I go through. Very nice. How's everybody's weekend going? Usually you don't have this crowd in on Saturdays. Gotta keep you on your toes. So, this is following up on the preview that we got at the end of the previous Wednesday stream, in which things are not going so well for the angels and the apostles. What shall we do? But before that, a few days earlier at a North Rastea Inn. Let's go over what we've learned so far. Following Nevin's deductions, we looked into the vault logs for withdrawals of the Sealing Stone prior to the Roth incident. There, we found records of Basilius taking a number of items and records out of the storage on the orders of Cardinal Grot. Obviously, there was no explicit record of the Sealing Stone itself being taken. Basilius is a traitor, not an imbecile. Why is the camera so high? Hold on a second. Okay, it's not high. I was just slouching. Although I can still nudge it up a little bit. There we go. Will I do a Halloween stream? Yes, I will. I'll be playing Resident Evil 1 Remake on Monday. So in a way, because I'm not doing Dragalia on Monday, tonight's stream is kind of making up for that. But the fact remains that the stone was taken, and every fiber in my body is screaming that he was behind it. Well, Rizarda does have that intuition. There you go. Your intuition is rarely wrong, and I agree that Grot is the ringleader, but we still can't accuse him on a hunch. Yes, of course. We need evidence. Precisely. For evil to be properly judged, a clear case must be made based on law and supported by concrete evidence. Or we could skip all that, round up the guy we know is responsible, and just knock off early for the day. I like Raphael. Punch first, ask questions later. Said at the same time, I'm deducting points. You failed. You two rehearse that, or is this some weird parent-child telepathy thing? Regardless, it really sucks. Let's get back on track. What do you two think our next move should be? precedent would have us investigate the Cardinal and look for evidence to prove his involvement in these incidents. We're heating up. I am a fan. I also received some news a couple weeks ago that I might be moving pretty soon. Well, not might be, I will be moving pretty soon. And by pretty soon, I mean in like, what, 7 months? So in about half a year's time, you'll see a different background behind me. Or maybe I'll even have enough room to put the green screen behind me. I got a green screen way back, and I do not have enough room behind me to use it properly. So who knows? Maybe when that happens, you won't see me in a square anymore. There you go. I'll just pop out like some kind of VTuber. Sadly, now is a bad time to mount an investigation into Grot. Huh? Oh, right. It's time for the annual Auspicalia Festival. The good old festival. I guess it's hard to sniff around during a huge ritual celebration of the Auspecs, huh? Security around the Curia always becomes exceptionally tight this time of year, and even our status as apostles won't permit us to wander about freely. Which means if we want evidence, we'll need to focus on people in Grot's orbit as opposed to the man himself. Excellent, Rizarda. Full marks. However, the problem we face now is that Grot's orbit is far from small. Thankfully, I managed to track down a few key individuals. It seems the one woven deepest into Grot's web is a priest by the name of Father Mugra. He's one of those Lamberts, isn't he? Let's see, 36 years old, wife passed away 15 years ago, only living family is a daughter, age 16. Nope, not one of the Lamberts. But whenever we talk about holy men in Dragalia Lost, it's, I'm always gonna go to Lambert. He's everywhere, you know. Then again, who's to say this isn't what Lambert looked like when he was young? He's had dealings with Cardinal Grot for roughly a decade, and even now the two meet multiple times a month. It's like Xehanort. He began making regular trips to South Grostea shortly after first meeting Grot, but the purpose of the visits is unknown. The official story is that he's serving as a sort of goodwill ambassador to ease tensions with the southern branch of the church, but I pressed X to doubt. My man Mugra looks like he's about to cast Wingardium Leviosa. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Also, further investigation turned up a link between him and Lay the Hands. Sorry, Lay the what? My thoughts exactly, Raphael. Lay the Hands. They are a philanthropic group who travel from battlefield to battlefield treating the wounded. Huh. And here I thought I was the only one crazy enough to do that. Good on 'em. Unfortunately, their medic work is a front, as you do. And they truck less in hands than arms, the illegal sort. It seems some of those weapons made their way to Grot. I take back everything I just said. We also suspect Mugra worked with a priest of the Southern Church to spread slander about Yuden. Sounds like a guy with a lot to share. Let's squeeze him like an overripe melon. But we are sure he's guilty, right? Never mind. That was a question. She didn't just run off and start punching. Little bit more restraint than I gave her credit for. Hey, welcome to the chat, Max Power. Wonder if I caught Matthew unawares with this Saturday stream. Oh well. Oh, but certainly. And if we need further backing to our suspicions, he repeatedly met with the priest in the Roth case just before it happened. But again, we lack decisive evidence. If we press him and he elects to stonewall us, there's little we can do about it. Well, I'm not just a fan of sitting on our hands while this guy prays the day away. Sunlight's the best disinfectant for lies, and I say we cook 'em in it. Chilling take for certain. And yet if hard evidence is not forthcoming, we may find ourselves with no choice but to resort to less elegant means. Who you calling less elegant? Square up. Whoa, hang on just a minute. Look, before you decide to break out the hot pokers, let's at least let me talk to the man. Do you have a plan in mind? Yes. I will use the power of cutesy wootsy. An effective plan. Well, not so much a plan as... Look, this priest is clearly devoted to his cause, and any use of force on our end will likely just make him dig his heels in. If we want intelligence on the Cardinal, I believe our best chance is to try sitting down and talking with Father Mugra. That's my opinion, anyway. Another hunch, is it? Very well. We'll leave it up to you for now. But if you sense this man is giving you the runaround, you are to subdue him at once. Having an animo conference right here, pulling out my sucrose for Rizarda and my Shao for Varus. Let's see where your gut leads us. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. And then we just go straight there. No break in the cutscene needed, no gameplay needed. Sorry, Father Mugra? Yes, that's me. Is there anything I can help you with, child? I like how Father Mugra calls her child, when he clearly has to crane his neck up like this in order to look at her. Oh no, I just had a couple of questions. That is, if you don't mind. I have a feeling this is gonna go great. Just look at Rizarda's face. Just, look at this confidence. Look at the absolute... Just the absolute swagger going into this. She is gonna do amazingly, I can tell you that. It's a very good thing that you can undo changes in your UI with the regular Control Z. I'm gonna have to make a whole lot more fun with that. Oh no, I just had a couple of questions. Oh wait, nope, I already read that line. You're an apostle. Huh! Nope. Even if it's Rizarda, I give the same anime protagonist sound effect. I'll take that as a yes. And given that you're knocking on my door now, I assume this has to do with Cardinal Grot. Immediate stealth failure. Let me spare you some effort. I have nothing whatsoever to say, and no amount of sniffing about or skullduggery will turn up any incriminating evidence. Given that, how would you like to proceed? Will you bring me in and force me to talk? Frankly, you don't strike me as a woman with the stomach for torture. I don't, but they do. Just Raphael at the window. It's just Raphael's face when she brings up her fist. That's not what I... If that is all, I ask that you be on your way. I have prayers which need to be said. This may be a strange thing to ask a priest, but what are you praying so hard about? I don't take your meaning. You seem to be in a good deal of pain when you pray. Your face shows doubt, even shame. Is it possible you feel regret? That you never intended to get mixed up in all this, and now you suffer under that burden? If so, it might help to share even a little of your story. If there's some way we might be able to help, we promise to try. Getting a little bit of the, greasing the wheels with honey. Nobody has ever used a phrase like that, I'm sorry. As you no doubt know, I have a child, a daughter named Nebula, my wife's greatest gift to me. Sadly, she has been frail since birth, frequently ill, and rarely able to go outdoors. Even now, she lies bedridden in a most sorry and critical state. I am all she has, which is why I cannot allow myself to be taken away. All the more reason not to get involved in shady dealings. So why did you? As I said, her illness is grave and not easily treated, but Cardinal Grot offered her a chance. Looks like honey really is the best lubricant for the wheels of the truth. She cannot live without his continued support. I have no choice but to do whatever he asks. I'm certain poor Nebula would be devastated to learn her father became a criminal because of her. Yeah. Got an eyelash or an eyebrow in my peripheral vision. That's why you look so pained when you pray, isn't it? I know you don't want to hurt Nebula, Father Mugra. Please talk to us. No. That is not... No child wants to see their parents suffer. Does your daughter not deserve a life with a father who knows some small modicum of happiness? Enough, Rosarda. Show some mercy to the poor man. Wow. Of all people to say that, Raphael. Wasn't expecting that. All I ever wanted was for my daughter to live a long and happy life, the same as any other girl. And in that case, you should have come to me instead of that dodgy cardinal. But it's not too late to change that decision. What do you mean? I've been all over the world. I've got my share of connections. Heck, we could even leave her with that goody two-shoes crew for a while. by that, are you referring to Prince Yuden at the Halidom? Yep. I'm not usually one to owe favors, but we could make an exception this time. Put in a special request, like... No need for the Cardinal's help means no reason to cover for him, and no reason to keep digging yourself in deeper. Well, what you think? Pretty sweet deal, if you ask me. And one wildly above your authority to offer. Sorry, but I know how this guy feels. I mean, I'm basically a parent myself. You're with me on this, right, Uriel? Issues of protocol aside, I share in the sentiment, and I can also see room for clemency in Father Mugra's circumstance. Do you mean it? I'm on the side of any dad who puts his kids first. But if you want to laugh about all this with your daughter someday, start talking. You have been most helpful. This intel gives us a clear picture of Grot's dealings. 10 points, extra credit. Woo! Extra credit? I'm not sure if Ferris has ever given out extra credit. Just giving her deducted points. I think Mugra is far ahead of everybody, even Rosarda. I'm just shocked at how awful it all is. Declaring an entire village heretics and burning it down just to serve as a test run for a new weapon? It's beyond the pale. That was over a decade ago, now, but I still hear them screaming in my dreams. A pure vision of hell there never was. I'm more shocked that he's managed to operate this boldly for so long without ever being exposed. I'm sure there were those who tried, but Grot has a talent for silencing detractors. Truly unforgivable. Failing grade! I have a feeling that you might save the daughter, but Mugra now has a target on his head. A nice red dot. The Cardinal has pulled the strings behind countless incidents in the past, but you'll doubtless find them severed if you attempt to follow them this far behind. However, the strings on his current plot should still be intact. I suggest you follow these back to Grot. And just which plot are you speaking of? The invasion of South Grostea. An invasion? But why? I don't know his reasons. I only know that he is dead set on making it happen. Then the slander he had that priest of the Southern Church spread is a part of that broader plan. Yes. Well, that just ties this directly back into the main campaign, huh, doesn't it? Additionally, I hear he's close to acquiring a tool that will permit him to strike a decisive blow in his war. And which weapon is that? The Demon Lord, Satan himself, unless I miss my guess. Yes, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to come together. Why was this relegated to an event? Well, I mean, the event is permanent now, so we're all good. But still, really important plot details. We need you to share your story in a more public setting, Father. It is time to bring Cardinal Grot down for good. Of course. And while I know it won't undo the harm I've done in abetting his evil all these years, perhaps it is a start. I'll do whatever I must to forge a future where my daughter views me with pride. Well said, Dad. Let's get moving. I guess our first step is to get Nebula over to the Halidom, huh? Please, once I know she's safe, I'll be able to give my testimony, without fear. Then visiting your daughter is our next stop. Where can we find her? near the church. I'll take you there. This is, the further we get along, the more worrying this gets. Man, my web, I can still move my webcam up a little bit more. Sheesh. Up we go, up we go. There we have it. This isn't my my Nintendo Switch setup. Oh boy, is this the beginning of it? Wait, that raven? Huh! Yes? Is that bird a problem? Wow, immediate. Looks like Grot has about as much presence as Shell's kittens. Ugh! Is he shooting fire from his palms? I made jokes, but he really is a wizard. Hey, stop! What are you doing? That's a gallstone. Did that raven bring it here? Careful now. That's an artifact that absorbs the surrounding mana to emit a superheated blast. You won't even leave ashes behind if you're caught in its wake. I can dodge just fine. I'm a lot more worried about the town around us. Well, that's unfortunate. Why did you do this, Father Mugra? What happened to forging a future where you and Nebula can finally be happy? Come on, it's obvious that the stone is doing it. I'm truly sorry, my child. Oh, never mind. He was doing it. Okay. I already talked about how much intuition that Rosarda has, and I went against it. I doubted the waifu, and now I must atone for my sins. Bonk. I'm truly sorry, child, but if I don't do this, Nebula will be murdered! Are you saying she's been taken hostage? It's impossible. They didn't have had the time! If only I'd met you all sooner, perhaps. Forgive me, but I cannot help you now. Wait, whatever you're thinking. Farewell, my dear little Nebula. Daddy will always love you. No, don't! No! Are you kidding me? Over the course of a single cutscene, nonetheless. You kidding me? Is everyone alright? No casualty on our side, but Mugra is. This is too cruel. He only wanted a simple life with his daughter like any other family. It isn't fair. Oh boy. Well, what now? Apostles, fasten Rosarda, Archangels, Uriel and Raphael. You are all under arrest for the murder of Father Mugra. Are you really dumb? Or do you just not see what happened here? Silence! Any further resistance will be met with lethal force. They got here far too quickly. The only way any of this makes sense is if someone already knew how it would play out. Of course, we got here quickly. You sent a notice of your intent along with your Heretics Manifesto. Ugh. Grot, you snake. You walked right into his trap. Guess he has contingencies for all of his little threads. And as soon as he feels one about to be plucked, then his contingency goes straight into action. Woo! A shrewd one, that Grot. So, what's the plan? Do we take these guys on and fight our way free? We can't afford to be taken into custody just yet. If we're going down, it has to be at least... It has to be 300. No, 180 seconds from now. You couldn't have said 5 to 3 minutes from now, my dude. Okay, that is a very specific time frame. Fighting here will only harm our position. Just buy me those 180 seconds, alright? After that, turn yourselves in, peacefully. Enough chatter! Hold out your hands, so we might shackle you! Blarg! Yes, that's how he goes, Blarg. And I still have no idea what's happening, but I've got the next 3 minutes to go wild, and I'm totally gonna do it. Woohoo! See? Raphael says 3 minutes. I swear, Rizardo, Raphael, and I are just all on the same page. Varys and Uriel are just off in their weirdo land. I'm deducting points. I just explained that fighting would only harm... No, forget it. Uriel, we must withdraw for now. So, if we weren't supposed to fight, what were we supposed to do? Just keep on kiting them around? Light up! These two are trying to run! After them! No! I'm not letting you go anywhere! Sorry, folks, but I only have time to play one round, so give me all you got. Grah! Pull yourself together, you fools! Bring the lot of them down by force! Yarg! Grams! Carrier of the alien churchograms! The apostles have all been secured. Yes, Your Eminence! They put up a fierce resistance, but all four are now in chains. Now being held in separate cells. Good work. You are dismissed. Magic command, Eminence. Light up! Everything is progressing smoothly. At this rate, we'll have the situation in Razkamea handled ahead of schedule. Laugh with me, my army of Lamberts. Yes, and now we get the main characters all in on this. The Demon's Footprints. There certainly was a lot of thickening in that plot. The military state of Razkamea. Which one of them is the main character? In a nondescript inn. I've returned. Welcome back, little pie. Are you alright? No run-ins with creepy strangers? I just noticed she has a Pai-chan pillow there. I'm not a child, Gabriel. You don't have to worry about me every time I go outside. More importantly, I tracked down the location of the journal we're after. You heard it, Niven. What's the plan? There he is, the Papa Bear. We move in tonight. Be ready. The Southwest Roth incident. The memory manipulation in paradise. The revival of the 5 archdemons. Though each case was more or less resolved, a host of questions remained. So, Romeo, Painon, Gabriel... Oh, wait, this is Papa Bear speaking. Even better than my general narrator voice. Though each case was more or less resolved, A host of questions remain, so Romeo, Painon, Gabriel, and I started digging through church documents for any information on demons that might help shed some light on things. Sadly, the only thing we learned was that the church's records concerning demons are scant, unnaturally so. Take the Empyrean War fought centuries ago by angels and demons. The church was up to its eyeballs in that, yet no real records remain. Interestingly, documents aren't the only thing missing when it comes to that conflict. The Empyrean War? Well, after driving back the demons, I know Metatron. Apologies, but my memory is a bit hazy. I've been with Romeo long enough to know he wasn't lying, but there's no way he'd ever forget something like that without a bit of, assistance. Quite sus if you ask me. There was only one explanation that made sense. Somebody was manipulating both the records and the angels' memories. But who? And why? Either way, it meant digging through the archives was a waste of time, so we decided to take our search outside the church. I'm a poet and I'm not even aware of the fact. I figured there had to be intact records out there somewhere. But just as I came to that conclusion, Saint Alphonse showed up and told me to start with the previous Wings of Purity, Painon's mother, and look into the last mission she took up on. Oh, we've got Painon's mother involved in here. Fascinating. Wonder if that's gonna factor in directly. She'd been tasked with retrieving a sealing stone stolen by a military-run state. The prep tried to use it to revive a demon, just like during the Wrath incident. And while Painon's mom managed to stop them, it came at the cost of her life. Of course, the official church record basically no mention of the demon. But what about the records kept by the other side, eh? At the very least, it seemed obvious that whoever stole the stone knew something about demons, which meant they also might have left a trail of breadcrumbs for me to follow. Num num num. Anyway, I followed those leads here and there, and eventually learned that the perp kept a journal that was chock full of juicy info about both the incident and demons. If we want to learn anything useful, we need that journal, and I'll do whatever it takes to get it. Oh yeah. Alright, time to stop spacing out. We're nearly there. I was deep in thought. Anyway, so you really sure about this? This again? Look, I appreciate you being sensitive about my mother's death. I really do. But all that happened before I was old enough to know about it. In truth, I don't even remember her. The only mother I've never known is Gabriel. Ah, Pi, can I give you a hug? I'm giving you a hug. Oh my god, I want that Pi-chan plush. Give it to me. I hope Cygames put out one of those. Not while we're on a mission, thank you. If she says it's not a problem, it's not. Now, let's get going before we drag this out any longer and the sun comes up. Fair enough. Let's do this thing. I am the Apostle Nevin, one hand of etc., etc., and so on and so forth. Hey, you can't leave out the goddess part. Also, you're actually making it longer. Never mind. I am the Apostle Painon, one hand of the goddess. The vault's secure. Nothing to report. Understood. I'll take watch from here. Return to your standby location. Later. Yes? What's that sound? Up a bear punch! Ugh. Alright, let's get ourselves inside. Whew, finally made it. That took a lot longer than I'd hoped. Security is surprisingly tight around here. We've got less than a half hour before the next shift change, so we need to find that general right now. Nod. Damn, no luck. Nothing here. Just cobwebs on this end. Ooh, wait, is this it? Exclamation point! Sealing Stone, 5 Archdemons, Satan's Resurrection. Satan? That's what Basilius was after. Anything useful about Satan's Resurrection written in there? Hold on, let me see. Right, okay. This says the 5 archdemons were originally derived from Satan and hold fragments of his flesh inside them. Those fragments need a vessel to serve as their heart and drive them, so... Oh, hang on. There's a note in the margin. Flesh and heart alone may not suffice. What about the soul? Further investigation is required. Wish that last part made more sense. At least we got some intel on Satan's revival now. Ramiel, you better report this back to Sandalphon. Is this after she was taken? I can't. Some kind of barrier is cutting off my link to her. What? Just like what happened in Paradise. So does that mean... Oh, good heavens. That was an explosion. The timing of that barrier and the blast line up too well to be a coincidence. Papa Bear smells a trap. We need to get out of here. Now. Oh, good lord. They've had to use this fire GIF twice now in the same campaign. Terrible, just terrible. Also, demon. Ah, save me! Ooh. Oh my god, they're all here. Angels? But why? Ah! I like how the evil Uriel is just like fire to everything, and evil Raphael is just like punch in face. This is a slaughter. See how they bear our form. These are clearly some demonic entities we fought previously. Such numbers. Just how many people did they expose to the miasma? Necessary sacrifices to protect this world, I'm afraid. Should have known I'd find you sneaking around this business, Basilius. I had faith you would all arrive here. Well, can't say I approve of your taste in welcoming parties. Basilius, you monster! Ha! How could you do such a thing? Actually, it was your meddling in my plans that forced my hand. Your plan to revive Satan, you mean? Yes. Once the sealed archdemons were all released from their mimicries, my plan entered its final phase. They have been sharpening their claws in preparation for this day, and now only Satan's return remains to be completed. You cannot stop me. There are a host of conditions for bringing back Satan. Are you truly claiming to have met them all? I see you read the journal. In that case, allow me to tell you a fun little fact. The vessel required for Satan's revival is me. The hell's that supposed to mean? Exclamation point. Precisely what it sounds like, Nevin. I'll become a part of him. I will become his heart. I remember in chat someone telling me that there are 3 parts to every person in Dragalia Lost. Body, heart, and soul. So this is where the heart part comes through. Speaking of heart, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Gabriel has a heart pattern for both for her pupil and the reflection of light off her eyes. That Paichan plush is just staring into my soul. Are you mad? You'll never survive that, even with your strength. And what of it? Salvation for the world at the cost of a single life? I can imagine no greater bargain. How can you talk about salvation for the world after bringing about this massacre? Pan back to the massacre, because it was absolutely necessary. Because it prevented a far greater tragedy. If the deaths of a few ensure the survival of the many, it is immoral not to do so. Don't you dare speak to me of morality. Salvation bought with blood is no true salvation at all. Ah, my sweet naive Pinon. Your words only serve to demonstrate what a privileged upbringing you enjoyed. Just what do you mean by that? Yeah, what do you mean? She didn't have a mother. I mean, she didn't have her blood mother in her life. I have nothing further to say. Of course, now that I'm destroying you with facts and logic. I'm afraid we aren't done speaking until you answer all of our questions. Nevin! On it! Sigil, unleash! Sorry, Basilius, but we're in a bit of a hurry, and I need to end this. Ha! Wow, took it on the chin and didn't even react to it. Ah, this is your first anniversary event, and you think it's the best one? I mean, yeah, the events really stepped up in quality when, as they kept on going. Once this game really found its feet, then it just kept on improving, man. You've improved. Is that flattery I hear? I'm touched. Not flattery. A sincere estimation of your skill. Clearly, I was right to have made preparations. Uh-oh! He changed pose! He's about to mollywop us. What? My sigil? Body's going numb. What's happening? Can't feel my connection to Pinon through the sigil. You see, this little device of mine saps angelic force and severs the sigil bond. I'm afraid yours is now dormant. You're playing dirty! Again, you are naive. More often than not, honor is but a cause of death, and the dead can protect nothing. Oh no. And you still call in the demonic entities. You're a real piece of work, you know that. Do it. Do it. What? No. You're... Judging by your expression, I'd say you've had contact with the fake me. Oh ho ho ho! It's the boy! Then you're the true Harl. Well, well, this is certainly unexpected. But seeing as the situation has changed, I see no reason to loiter here much any further. Oh, but this is the perfect chance for us to get to know each other. My task here is complete. Apologies, but I have no interest in knowing you. Later. Basilius, wait! My friends here will be a pale substitute, but you can deal with them instead. Do not try to die now. Do try not to die now. Well, that leaves me with little choice. And you lot there, are you going to stand around sucking wind, or do you want to be useful? Chatty little fellow, isn't he? Still, oh Papa Bear can't just sit around after being called out like that. We're ready to fight. How lovely to hear. In that case, let's celebrate our newfound friendship with some commemorative violence. What's going on? You think of the sigils as the digivices from Digimon. Oh, that makes them nice and important. Harl has joined the adventure. Okay, let's go ahead and toss up my wind team here. I'll go ahead and replace Humanoid Midgardsimer with Harl. And you're probably going to be on the lower end of things. There you are.
My brilliant mind is yours.
Whoa! I was not expecting him to have such a deep voice. It's a different kind of smarmy. I'll give him that. All right, I might have to modify how I voice him then, because I was channeling Kaya from Genshin Impact, but clearly this guy just goes in. All right, Harl, eat up, num num, delicious crystals. And let me see. Also, I'm gonna pump up your mana circles to 21 so that I can unlock your stories. Okay, let's see here. Auto unlock this. Thank you very much. Oh wow, we can auto unlock right here. Nice. So auto unlock just does everything for the current floor, right?
Hardly surprising for a man of my talents.
Wow. Yeah, auto goes all the way through. Anyways, I only need to use you for as long as it takes to get your adventurer story.
Hardly surprising for a man of my talents.
Is that a voice crack I hear? And I believe those are the only adventurer stories that we get from here. Okay, cool. He shares his voice with Audric, you believe. Fascinating.
If there's any way I can...
Alright, now we can go move ahead with our wind team. Harl over there, bouncing up and down with his blade. Alright, let's get this moving. Let's move, let's groove, let's move. It's a boss battle. I'm gonna beat you up.
I thank you for your kindness.
I thank you for your kindness. I'm gonna show off the power of my bonds. Here are my bonds. Sean Connery and Daniel Craig and Pierce Brosnan. Go get 'em. Harl has the ability to do damage to other party members. That's hilarious. And very fitting. I don't want to repeat. Alright, now that we have met the resistance of the innocent, if he gets hit while having a certain buff, the damage is distributed amongst the team. Well, that certainly keeps him from dying quick. This can potentially wipe out the whole team. Hilarious. Yeah, if he takes 4 times his HP and damage, there you go. Is there even any benefit to that, or is that just a straight-on demerit? That should be the last of the demonic entities. Yes, but something strange. You felt it too, huh? These demonic entities are definitely different from the ones we scrapped with before. Until now, they were being fed a supply of miasma from the sealing stone, which is what made him such a bane. I know I'm new to this particular party, but if they're easier to deal with now, isn't that a good thing? Sorry, but who are you again? Where are my manners? Harl, the pleasure is all mine. Prince Yuden spoke of a Harl once. Something about a smirking chief of the Capital Guard. Well, I happen to think I have a lovely smile, but that's neither here nor there. While your friend was talking about me, he wasn't actually talking about me. Would you like to explain that? Or should I stand here and blink at you? For some years, until very recently, I was trapped in another world. Worse yet, an imposter stole my face and got up to all manner of mischief in the meantime. It's all been quite the bother. Hold up. Did this happen way ahead of time? Like, did this happen before the game even started? The Harl that we knew and the Harl that we knew and loved to hate was actually a very literal imposter? And this is the real Harl? I mean, the fact that he referred to Yuden as your friend and not the prince says volumes. That's crazy. I heard you say something about that to Basilius earlier, but... Something the matter? I can't help but notice that accusatory stare of yours. Heaven forfend that you doubt me. Actually, I very much do, and I intend to exercise extreme caution around you, given what Yuden said. A prudent, if not painfully stinging, rebuke. And a shame, as I was hoping we might enjoy a lovely partnership. Wait, you want to work with us? You even know what it is we're doing? Stopping Satan's revival. I mean, duh. So the buff is generally helpful. When the damage is diffused, the enemy who did the damage becomes 50% more... Oh, receives 50% more crit damage. I see. So it's a trade-off. And this is the first appearance of the real Harl. Wow. I was not expecting that. I thought Harl was just a real rough dude to be around. But, I guess that's one way to redeem a character. Just make it so that it's been an imposter the entire time. Eject him out. As it turns out, I've been conducting something of a solo investigation, and came here as part of that. It's much the same for you, I imagine. People usually bring something to the table when they mean to cooperate. And I have just oodles of things for you, which is why it breaks my poor heart to hear you don't trust me. The most revelatory information in the world isn't worth a mound of bear dung if you don't trust the source. So, I suppose I'll just stop wasting your time. It's like he wants me to punch him. Raphael, do the honors. He's still rough to be around. He's just not evil. I see. Okay. I kind of meant evil, but yeah. He's still rough to be around. Good to know. And then, let's all just pretend we trust each other and pull what info we have. You're really going to hand over everything we know to this boar, Nevin? I mean, he's a little smarmy, but he hasn't really done anything too bad. Unless my memory is just that poor. We saw for ourselves that he and Basilius aren't together, that the enemy of my enemy is my blah blah whatever. Might as well share what we know. Especially since I plan to keep the sensitive bits to myself. I certainly have no objections on my end. Rather than pooling, I propose a trade. Is there a difference? The slightest of distinctions, I admit, but I'm simply attempting to ensure a format conducive to mutual aid, seeing as I am the untrusted party here. For all his whining about trust, he clearly doesn't have faith in us either. Though I suppose that helps to solidify the fact he's not plotting something. Fine, but not here. Let's head somewhere a bit more private. Then we can trade or swap or whatever to your heart's content. So he's still insufferable. Got it. The village, our village outside of Roskamea. It's so bright. When the sun comes up here, it doesn't mess around. You okay, Pai-chan? If you're sleepy, you can rest your head in Mama's lap. I'm quite awake, thank you. Besides, this is no time for sleeping. How you feeling there, Ramiel? Power coming back yet? Still not good. It's extremely unstable. Right now, I can't even communicate with Sandalphon. Which means we'll have to return to Graham's and deliver our report in person. A few hours earlier. So, you learned about the you learned about the fragments of Satan held by the 5 archdemons, as well as the vessel that binds and animates them. Well, that is a tasty bit of intel. Your turn now, and it better be good. Then let's see how this little tidbit strikes you. The 5 fragments necessary to bring Satan back are already in my imposter's possession. Are you sure? Fine on, don't... It seems that one was news to you. And yes, dear miss, I am sure. I confirmed it while tracking him. I can't speak for what he's done since leaving to join the 5 archdemons, but at least we managed a fair trade. I was gonna tell him we already knew that and press him for more, but thanks to Pinon and her big, honest mouth, that's off the table. Sounds like we're really up against it here. I wonder... I want to slap the smug grin off this guy's face. If they've got fragments in the vessel, there's nothing... No, wait. They're still missing the soul. Are you referring to that cryptic note in the journal? The one about more testing being required? The journal mentioned the soul? How that is surprising. Well then, a little bonus tip because we are such good friends. The fragments and vessel are insufficient to revive Satan. They need his soul, his mana, which is sealed away deep within another world. So even restoring his flesh and blood isn't a true resurrection without the soul? Precisely. I also learned that while digging into my imposter's movements. Until very recently, he was hard at work searching for that key that would allow him to retrieve the soul from the other world. What kind of key? I was unable to get inside to see it myself, but I am given to understand that it's a sacred shard infused with Metatron's mana. Interesting. And this key is in the possession of your imposter. Indeed, though it isn't quite checkmate just yet, for using the key entails a rather large-scale ritual. Go on. If the clues left behind by my imposter are to be believed, it requires a mass human sacrifice with 666 victims. That's why you said 666, Max. Foreshadowing in the chat. They're going to butcher that many people as part of some ritual? The fact such extreme measures are required is an indication of just how powerful Satan's soul truly is. And how do they plan on rounding up those 666 unfortunates? Oh, I think I know just the event. The Pescalia. Grams will be flooded with people from the Northern Church, more than enough to grant this to complete this grim task. But the Ospicalia is only days away. We have to warn them. Easy there, Pinon. Think for a second. Who exactly are you planning to warn? Everyone traveling to Grams who is about to be slaughtered, Nevin. And considering the schedule, most of them are already in Grams by now. Warning them won't help. We need to shut the festival down. Romeo, any progress in reaching our buddy Sandalphon? No. The effects of Basilius' device persist. It is the same with me. Basilius knew this would happen, but we have to do something. Give me a minute. I'm thinking. Thinking. Nevin. Thinking. Dot. 7 dots. Later. In the present. Have you gathered your thoughts? We're going to Grams. I assume you're coming with us, Arl. I wouldn't miss it for the world. After all, the ones who humiliated me will be waiting there. You wanna let me speak? I'm too busy laughing. Then let's move out. Everyone ready? Yes, let's hurry. Hold up, honey bun. You've got a patch of hair in the back that's standing up funny. Let Mama fix that for you. Later. I can't wait to repay the favor for those who crossed me. Oh, but they will pay. And what do you want me... Oh, What do you want me to do? Heh, sharp as ever. We've been at this long enough for me to know how you think. I need you to run a little errand for me. Curie of the Alien Church Grams, holding cells! Is Romeo gonna burst us out? I can't believe I'm stuck on guard duty today of all days. I'm gonna miss my daughter's first Hospitalia. The day of the Hospitalia Festival. This is all your fault, you know. What kind of mad woman kills a priest and then sets an entire town on fire, huh? It wasn't us. A little late to be playing the innocent. Everybody knows about your plot to destroy the church. I just feel sorry for poor Archbishop Basil. He's under house arrest because he didn't see a subordinate's betrayal coming. I may imagine a good honest man like him being blamed for you for a traitorous cause. Shameless, lot of you! I'm telling you, it wasn't... No remorse at all, eh? You could send a thing or two from the guy we brought in with you. Hasn't said boo since he got here. And he spent his time reflecting upon his crimes. Ferris. You there, guard. Put me through to us... to Her Holiness the Pope. I must speak with her about a matter. She will listen if you give her the name Althir. Trying to think if I've heard that name before, but I don't quite think I have. If you value your life and the lives of your loved ones, you will do this thing. Huh! You all think you're going to fall for an obvious bluff like that? If you think it a bluff, then by all means do nothing. Just don't blame me when tragedy befalls your household. Fine! It was just a message, and only once. Waste of time anyway. There's no way Her Holiness will listen to some heretic. I don't mean to doubt you, Regina, but why would Orga give us the time of day? Because I'm betting she hasn't forgotten. More importantly, Rosarda, what of your sigil connection to Raphael? Nothing. I can't feel a thing, and I don't know if this is something that'll get better on its own or not. So you're in the same position we are. Sadly, we can't hope to break out of here by force without the sigil strength. This is the first Faith Forsaken event. Which means we're left counting on Ferris and his plotting. Uriel didn't say anything when you were captured, did he? No. Well, other than he was sure Ferris would get passing marks? Ever the doting father. Still, if they already had a plan in mind, then it would be to... Yes, of course. But in that case, I'd want a fallback. Or ideally two. Now, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but... Regina, Her Holiness is asking for you. And there's number one. Oh boy. Grams! Curia the Alien Church Grams. You mustn't, Your Holiness. That woman commands the apostles, which makes her chief among traitors. I will not repeat myself, Cardinal. Now stand down. Understood, Your Holiness. But do not hesitate to call for me if anything untoward happens. That nuisance has been sent packing. If you got anything to say to me, now is the time. I'd hope we can meet again under better circumstances, but I'm glad to see you looking well, regardless. Enough pleasantries. State your business. Then I'll be blunt. These accusations of betrayal are nothing but lies, and I request our immediate release. Denied. I won't retract an order once given. Add whatever conditions you must. Have us monitored if that helps. I only ask that you allow us to investigate this matter and clear our names. Denied. You can wait in your cell until the Hospitalia is over. Was that all? Nope. I have a mountain of things to talk about, and I assume you feel the same since you agreed to see me. Yes, I do. I hoped we might have a proper talk before I attended to my duties at the Hospitalia. Sister. Ooh. Dun-dun! And then we cut. Episode 4, to claim happiness. Let's claim that happiness. Just stick our claim in it and get that happiness. Dragons, mystical beings. One day, I gained a sister. She was much younger and not related by blood. Ha! Joined the club. My parent married hers, and suddenly we were family. At first, I wasn't sure how to approach her, given the age gap, but we were soon inseparable. We may have been stepsisters, but we were still as close as any blood siblings could be, until the day everything changed. The Fire Nation attacked! Our village, Alfir, stood in the path of a raging war and was burned to ash in a single night. The heat of the fire, the burning in my throat, the cries for help, the smell of seared flesh, my happy life crumbled before my very eyes. Damn. I had held my sister's hand every day since we first met, but on that day, I let go. And I have regretted it ever since. Not a day goes by where I didn't ask myself why I did it, how I could have done it. I fled a war. I nearly starved to death in the lowest slums of Grams. Yet all that time, you were the only thing in my mind. How long I've wanted to apologize. Trying to turn off my fan here. An apology is hardly necessary. If anything, I'm grateful. It is true my life changed when we parted. Days of crawling through the mud, drinking from puddles, eating rotten carcasses. And things did not get better, even when I was taken in by the orphanage, or when my attitude as an Auspex was discovered. Aptitude. It was one horror after the next, and I wished for death many times than I know. Yet, here I am, still very much alive. I survived agonizing training, survived the Viper's Den of the other Auspex candidates, and in the end, I claimed the title. Now here I stand, Her Holiness the Pope, and it is all thanks to you, dear sister. Me? How? That day you shook loose my hand. You helped me realize something of paramount importance. A person must reach out and claim happiness for themselves. Orga, you? Thank you. Now I have nothing left unsaid. I am fine on my own, and here our conversation will end. You're right, Orga. Everyone has to find their own happiness. When I learned you'd become Auspex, I also undertook training that nearly killed me. and I did so in the hopes I might see you again. My work earned me a place in the canon, high enough to enter the Curium, and eventually, I was given command of the Apostles. Well, I suppose my natural affinity for the angels played a part in that, so it feels strange to claim all the credit. But working with the Apostles under me taught me a new lesson. We all must find our own happiness, but that doesn't mean we have to do so without help. Yawn. Too long, didn't read. Will you let me help you, Orga? Will you let your sister help you? Regina. It's too late. Orga? Guard, return this woman to her cell. Magic command, Your Highness! No, wait! Just one more thing, Orga! Do me this final kindness! Make it brief. Will you return the tablet that was confiscated when I was brought in? It's terribly boring in that cell. Do you seek to mock Her Highness? She would never grant such a thing! It holds all the records of an experiment I was conducting, and I was interrupted at the most awkward and unsatisfying. It's fine, give it to her. Your Holiness is certain? Rat said it doesn't serve a purpose outside of magical analysis, so I failed to see the harm, and that was your mistake. As you command, now move along, you! I'm glad we were able to speak in the end, sister. I had no idea that Orga and Regina were sisters. Still, I can't have Orga swayed by paltry sentimentality, so I'm afraid her dear sister will have to die. You know what to do. Are you certain that's wise, Eminence? If we kill her and unable to ready a replacement who is compatible with Sandalphon's sigil, it could mean losing an angel. And what of it? The Eminence? What use has the Church for angels anymore? Now do as I command. Oh boy. This is going from bad to worse. This is the thing you were moaning about! Yes, and thank you so much. And that's fallback number 2. If we're done here, get back in your... What? Hey, what are you doing? You met with the Auspex' compassion with betrayal, knocked the god unconscious and fled. Or so the story will go. Here to kill me, are you? On Grot's orders, no doubt. That isn't for you to know. Now, as a final act of piety, die quietly for the Church's glorious future. Not the tablet. I paid a pretty penny for this thing. I just got a screen protector put on it. Actually, as I was just feeling a bit stiff, a workout sounds nice. So anyone who wants to be cut down, come at me. Oh boy. Regina's about to flip some people over her shoulder. Grams is just over that hill. We managed to get back in time for the Auspicalia. Hear me? Testing. 1, 2. Testing. That's Regina. There's no time, so I'll keep this brief. I'm using the new spell I was developing to speak to you from inside the Curia. It's a little something I've been working on since the angel's communication was cut off during the Paradise incident. Still a work in progress, so it's a one-way channel for now, which means I can't hear anything you say, so save your breath and just listen to me. Nerd! Bookworm! Workaholic! Little shrimpy weirdo! Pinon, if Nevin just called me names, report it to me later. I've been saving an especially obnoxious mission for him. Okay, are we sure we can hear us? I know you heard me, Regina! Now, to business. It's highly likely that Cardinal Grot is behind the series of demonic incidents that we've been chasing. He just sent his minions to try to kill me in an uncharacteristically direct and, frankly, rather sloppy move. That means he's past the point of needing to cover up his skullduggery, so his plans must be entering their final stage of... You'd think she'd be able to see the reflection on her screen. Walk. Well, what was that? Sorry, it turns out there were more minions. Back to what I was saying. I really should just keep my mouth shut and let people just be awesome. Grot is likely planning something big to coincide with the Auspicalia today. I don't know the details, but whatever it is, we need to stop it at any cost. And I'm going to need your help. And that's the plan. We can't let the viewers know. We need reverse dramatic irony going on here. I don't know whether this transmission is reaching you or not, but I'm acting on the assumption that it is. I know you all trust me and won't question my allegiances, because I feel the same about you. Hey, Sandalphon, we haven't seen her the entire time. That bond of trust is my greatest asset, and the irreplaceable pride of a professional career forged in blood, sweat, and tears. And that's how I know this operation will succeed. How can it not, with me at the helm, and all of you to execute it perfectly? Anyway, that's the pep talk. I'd ask if you're ready, but I can't hear you, and I know the answer anyway. Who's this now? Now, as the hands of the goddess, go administer the hell out of her authority. Yeah! That's a pep talk. We're about to distribute the might of heaven. Alright, Harl's here too. Do I need to farm up his friendship? I didn't see a friendship meter after the previous battle. Hey, welcome to the chat, Matthew. The surprise Saturday Dragalia stream. I felt like doing it, and the amount of following my heart I've done recently has been woefully low, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I want to do something, I did it. I felt like the Friday was enough Splatoon streaming, so I've been playing more Splatoon anyway, on the off time, farming a little bit of the salmon run currencies. I should have Harl on my team moving forward. No, all Compendium adventurers have no friendship meters. Alright then. I mean, I'll keep Harl on the team just because it's thematically appropriate. Unity! How many episodes do we have? Either way. Unity. Another way to say bonds. As we all know, our bonds give us strength. They also can't be upgraded for free. What does that mean? Nice view. They're over here! You've let us in quite the merry chase, traitor, but your game's in here. You're under arrest! Speaking of games, do you play chess? Bah! I am but a simple man. I play checkers. I'll take that slack-jawed response as a no. You really should try it sometime. With a few matches under your belt, you might stop falling for such obvious plays. Ah! Enough of your nonsense! Ready yourself for some pain! I like rolling my tongue. I don't know why. So then how do I get 50 MC Harl then, if it's not available? I think I just missed some kind of animation. Just as Regina planned, they pulled away almost all of the cell guards. Get out of there, Rosarda. We have places to be. Ferris, you're alive! Ordinarily, I would have preferred to gather evidence and make the case for your release using the proper channels of law. Alas, the wheels of justice turn slowly, so if Cardinal Grot is making his move during Ospicalia, we don't have luxury of time. Given the circumstances, we have little choice but to take extrajudicial measures. Agreed. The day is already upon us, and we haven't a second to lose. Well, whatever we're doing, let's do it somewhere else. This cell is cramping my wings something fierce. Wings? You got wings? I can't see those wings. Turn around so I can see them. Oh, normal upgrading, I see. Hello? I'm seeing double! More Ferris! Okay, somebody want to tell me why there are two Ferrises? Alright. I guess it's your first time seeing it. You can undo it now, Uriel. Very well. I'll restore his customary form. Just giving us the clone Ferris out of the blue. Hey, it's the Drago that's always on his shoulder. Wait, it's the little guy who's always on your shoulder. He can turn into you? How did I not know this? Hey, we had little buddy in Splatoon, and we have little guy now. That little guy is a magical organism made with my mana, and while it exists autonomously, I can choose to share its perceptions remotely, if I wish. As it is a living wad of mana, Uriel can make it take whatever shape he wants. And isn't it just adorable? So the Ferris that got caught with us back at Father Mugra's church was... Exactly. We had this little fellow take both my form and the fall. There we go. So that's who it was. Makes sense? I question giving your kid a surveillance pet as a parenting technique, but I gotta admit, It came in handy this time. Your observation earns a failing grade. Rosarda just keeps on losing these points. She's gonna have to repeat. She's gonna have to repeat this event at this rate. It doesn't keep watch on him, but over him. Not sure you can actually split a hair with that, but fine, whatever. What's the plan now? We follow Regina's orders, obviously. Even though it's been some time since she took command directly, she's not the sort to let her skills get rusty. Then we'll be splitting up for now. It's been one dilly of an intermission, but we're finally ready to kick off Act 2. Yes, go wild. In the name of the goddess, it's time to administer her will. I'm gonna put on a different pose, just to show how ready I am. Our sigils are presently sealed by some specialized device, which means we can't use our powers. It's a serious pain in my... Well, it's a pain. Let's leave it at that. You can say but, it's fine. We've all said but. At some point in our life. So after Ferris busts Rosarda and the others out, I'll be working to neutralize its effects and keep it from happening again. I'm running an analysis with my tablet, but it's going to take some time. So meanwhile, I need you all to follow my instructions to redirect the enemy and buy us some time. Here's the plan. Grams! An alley in the slums. Once again, we can't tell the audience. We need them to be surprised. This should be the spot. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Over there! It's an apostle and angel! These rats are trying to hide from us! I didn't think the Templars would really come all this way. Ha ha ha! There's only two of them! They're no match for us! One small correction, if I may. What? Your assertion that you face only two foes is mistaken. Gah! It's a pincer attack! Just as Regina said, you know, it's almost disturbing to see how perfectly she's able to read their movements. I always knew she was amazing, but I have no idea how she does it. I just noticed that Rosarda has some kind of coat. I want to see her wearing that coat. Says the one with a freakishly accurate intuition. Yes, well, let's finish up here and move on to the next spot. You'll rue the day that you underestimated a Templar! Seize them! Miss, barriered. We have nowhere to run! Grams, noble quarter. Report, sir. Our men in the slums have engaged the apostles in combat and are requesting immediate backup. So, those vipers are hoping to slip from our jurisdiction, eh? Of course. Unless, of course, that must be it. Sir, a woman thought to be the apostles' leader was seen in the third cathedral, requesting reinforcements to capture her. I knew it! The ones in the slums are but a diversion, a clever gambit, but one we were able to unravel quite easily. I'm sure that's a distraction within a distraction, but I'll let you keep that. I'll let you keep that L that you think you have. We make for the third cathedral at once. We'll catch the commander unawares and put her in chains. All units, follow me. Later! They're sticking to the script admirably. 10 points awarded. You have to have the little Lizzo. You cannot have Ferris without the Lizzo. Cruz Rihosa? You catch all that, Uriel? Rams! Their Cathedral! Paris passed with flying colors. The main forces of the Templars have been successfully directed and will arrive shortly. That's kind of her way. She doesn't have any glasses, so instead her tablet sparkles. That lizard of yours is handy. Used correctly, such immediacy can turn the tides of a battle in an instant. Yet, like any tool, it is not capable of garnering results beyond the wielder's imagination. And if it did, that would only be evidence that the user doesn't properly understand the tool. Is that an allusion to Satan? We know nothing of the Demon Lord, save that it just being a being of massive power. How can anyone think to harness what they don't even understand? I'm sure they see hope in the parts they can't yet know, but that strikes me as the very height of madness. I largely agree. In which case, do you think we can stop that madness in time? Thanks to your help, my analysis is nearly complete. Assuming we don't get any unexpected interruptions, that is. I knew we'd find you foul traitors here! Come to beg your goddess forgiveness! You make a fair point. May not be a bad idea to apologize to her in advance. Remorse? How surprising! In that case, come quietly and... Oh, sorry. Wasn't clear there. See, I'd be apologizing for what I'm about to do. You're up, Nevin. Papa Bear rides again! Alright, I have to take a screenshot of that. Too perfect! I dropped my stylus. Ugh. Rosarda has been wearing that coat most of the time? I didn't notice. How have I not noticed? I'm a terrible Rosarda simp. Only goddess grant me now the glory of thy name, for so vast is thy mercy that the very earth buckles beneath its planning. Huh? Huh? What is that shaking? No, the ground is giving away! And my voice cracked! That is how shocked I am! Drown the enemy into a cathedral under construction, only to drop the floor out from under them. Such a sinful plan! Tisk tisk. There's no worry of civilian injuries there, and we're already tearing it up. What's a few more repairs, give or take? Besides, ours is the merciful goddess. Make an apology donation or two when you can wriggle off the hook for just about anything. Blasphemy, Regina! Or at least close to it. Also, you sounded like Nevin just now. Looks like you're about finished here. Hope I'm not too late. Right on schedule. Now it's just... Hello! I'm here too. Running errands for my son took a bit longer than anticipated, but I'm finally done. How'd it go? Fine, though between the time they need to prepare and time spent on the road, some degree of lag is unavoidable. Don't you tell me about lag! Not as bad as Splatoon 3's lag. We need a clip. We need to clip me saying Papa Bear rides again. Haven't made a stream clip in a while, so maybe. Still, that's everyone gathered. So let's check my analysis and... Strange. This sigil response is distinct from that device's effects. Yeah! You've got it now! I'll see you pay for your crimes! He crawled back up with all that armor. Someone's been working out. Take off the armor! I want to see your abdominal muscles! Papa Bear's curious. It will take more than a cowardly trick like that to stop me! Now witness the might and tenacity of the Templars! How are there still so many of them? We can't take on such numbers in our weakened condition. Regina? Analysis? Kowalski! Analysis! Oh my god. I just realized that I was channeling the captain for Nevin's voice. That's amazing. Hot girls here! Let me see here. Hide user on this channel. There we go. We did get some bots in, did we? Did we get bots in Splatoon? I think we got, like, one. Complete, but I'm getting a new... Never mind. I'll deal with that later. We're good. Sigil block removed! Oh yeah! I feel like I'm a whole new angel over here. I'm surging with power. It's true. Releasing my sigil now. Ha! Hey! Hold your ground, Templars! We have the numbers, so strike as one! Dodge! Counterattack! Haha! Papa Bear strikes again. Romeo Blast! In battle, the skill of a commander is measured in their grasp of each side's various capabilities. All the pawns in the world won't overcome a fundamentally insurmountable gap in quality, which means... checkmate. Dead. Raphael just punched him so hard. No! Impossible! Ah! Marvelous! A truly inspiring display. You outwitted your opponent, then sealed the deal with overwhelming skill. Harl, I presume, the smirking chief of the Capitol Guard? It seems you spared me the need of an introduction, although I certainly would have picked up different traits to highlight. This guy's as irritating as straw underwear, but he's not our enemy. I'll fill you in while we catch each other up. Actually, I've had many a person sing my charming praises, but so long as you're willing to trust me, I am happy to join in your little palaver. Then let's get started. Got it. That all makes sense to me. It does. It's not especially complicated. Basilius and Grot want to bring Satan back, so to do so, They need the fragments that form his body, a vessel, to be his heart and his soul from another world. The archdemons had the fragments, so Gratz already got those. Basilius says he'll be the vessel, so that's checked off too. Which just leaves the soul, and for that, they need a sacred shard with Metatron's mana, plus 666 human sacrifices. That sounds like Harl's imposter almost surely has the shard, and we think they're gonna do something sacrificey at the Auspicalia. That about sum it up? Well, kick me in the pants and call me a pinata. She actually got it. What, you think I'm some kind of idiot? Never underestimate a grown-up. Sorry, Raphael. Well, excuse me, Raphael. My independent investigation also suggests they're going to do something nefarious at the festival. Grat's been very involved with planning the celebration this year, and he was quite specific about the number of attendees. I have the guest registry and the seating chart. I see. Huh? Wait, are you sure this is accurate? Hey, yeah! We can't count Basilius as a sacrifice because he's the vessel, so this chart leaves them one short. Wait, you don't think Grot would offer himself up as a sacrifice, do you? That man is not the volunteering type. He's more the sort to sacrifice anything and anyone to claim power for himself. What's the shape in your eyes there? A teardrop? A flame? So, what then? Did he miscount? I mean, that's a very specific number, and it seems weird he'd get it wrong. Oh, but this is a delight. Don't you see? The missing number only means there is a final attendee whose name needs no inclusion on a guest list. Wait, who isn't on a guest list? Of course. The whole point of the holiday is the celebration of the Auspex, remember? Which means the final sacrifice is Pope Orga. Whoa! Oh, man. Yeah, Grot is, he's doing his, coup de gracier, as they say. You ordered from Chick-fil-A and it came out to $6.66, so they gave you a 50-cent discount? Oh my god. What did you order? Just for future reference. Is it weird if you want to poke Sandalphon's eyeballs? A little bit. I will give you a pass when her eyeballs look like the on symbol for like monitors and stuff. That I can give you a pass on because you know, you poke the on symbols a lot of the time because those are the buttons to turn on and off your equipment. So it's not weird in that one instance. Still weird overall. Out of all places, why Sandalphon's eyeballs? Blood-stained Auspicalium. Oh, a spicy chicken sandwich and you had a discount coupon too. I see. Curia, the Alien Church of Grams, August Cathedral, Auspicalia Ritual Hall. I'm sure that if they made another coupon, they change the amount that it takes off. All the attendees have arrived, Your Eminence. Your Eminence. Your Evanescence. Wake me up inside. Including Your Holiness. Very well. You are dismissed. Later! Then everything is ready for the rite. Yes, Satan will indeed have his offerings. Oh, but it is close now. So very close. Everything is within my reach, and soon it will all be mine. Yes, and congratulations and all that, Cardinal. Seizing literally everything really is the dream, Decided to come after all, eh, Harold? Well, I suppose all of your help earns you a front row seat for Satan's rebirth. Harl? Oh, that's right. I was still using that name with you, wasn't I? What is that supposed to mean? Oh, nothing of consequence. But truly, what a momentous occasion this is. At long last, all of your dreams will finally be realized. I'm using my previous Harl voice for the imposter. It just seems fitting. It has been a struggle, one which took far longer than I initially anticipated. All the groundwork in the south, placing people in key positions around the world, and having a backup plan for any possible contingencies that might arise. Wait, we had a backup plan? Ah, yes. That matter with the key to perdition. Unless this is true Harl, pretending to be his doppelganger to get information. Have we learned who the Pope is connected with? If you're talking about Regina being her sister, then yes, we have learned about that. Was a living descendant of the goddess ever truly found? You're well informed. Yes, we'd hoped to find a new scroll of perdition and access more powerful alchemical recipes. These scrolls are teeming with records of the tools of war from 1,000 years ago, weapons that could greatly aid in our conquest of South Grustea. But in the end, it was merely a way to win over some investors. I'll have little use for weapons once I command Satan's power. The Demon Lord's might dwarfs even the 5 archdemons, and with it, I'll become Pope and rule over the world! You certainly have the laugh of a dark man, Grot. What is that? What's happening? Oh boy. Looks like all the sacrificey stuff is happening earlier, unless something else is going on. Those are demonic entities born of the miasma. Stop that at once! You can't just kill the sacrifices. There's a ritual that must be followed. Damn useless creatures. I'll have to stop them with a sealing stone. You there! Halt! No, not Lambert! He was the main character! Guys, I think Lambert died. Is the Lambert meme gone? Ah. Impossible. Why aren't they stopping? They're bound by the sealing stone. So why won't they listen? What are you laughing about, you little weasel? Oh, but you must forgive me. Your panic was just so delightfully awkward. Still, if I've offended, let me make it up to you with a little secret. What secret? Is this all your treachery? You wound me, friend. This isn't so far from what you wanted, is it? Shut your double-crossing mouth, fool! You may have ruined my plans, but I'll have these demonic entities rip you apart! I rather doubt that. You could pour every ounce of mana you have into that common pebble, and it won't accomplish a thing. A common... No, that's not possible! Oh, but it is. The moment their demon was released from its seal, it became no different from any roadside rock. Basilius! You control the demonic entities in Roskamea, remember? Use your stone now and purge this traitor. Have them tear him limb from limb. I hate to disappoint, but that won't be happening either. Just like yours, Basilius' stone is now devoid of power. Then how are these entities ever summoned? Well, with the 5 archdemons freed, and all the sealing stones spent, only a demon possessed of miasma can do that. A demon? But that means you're... That's right. I'm a demon through and through. But you can call me... Loki. Woo! How does Loki look? Or are we not gonna get a reveal right now? Wouldn't it be great if it were Loki from Fire Emblem Heroes? That would be an immense glow-up for Harl from there. Then the attack on Roskamea from the other day's report was you? Indeed. That little band of demonic entities, or more properly, miasmic angels, was the work of yours truly. And you know all along, Basilius! Was Basilius' deal in all this? What madness is this? You were willing to give your body to become Satan's vessel. You wanted to fulfill my grand design. I possess the magical ability of lying. Ah! You don't think we ever get... We don't ever get to see Loki's true form? Oh, that's unfortunate. That's like if in Fae they ended service when Loki was still disguised as Anna. You are a fool. Did you truly believe I would give my life for a scheme born of your staggeringly meager imagination? I've lived until this day for the purpose of taking my vengeance against you. Why would I offer you anything? Vengeance? Vengeance for what? You slaughtered my village just to test some worthless new weapon. Oh, wow. Seems like a lot of stuff comes down to that one fateful day. Though it was over a decade ago, so I doubt you even remember the incident. You mean that village of heretics? You survived that! As did the Pope and her sister. So what? Basilius was, working some 4D chess just to get revenge? Is this some kind of Itachi situation? That village you falsely accused of heresy. Also, you and your previous wings of war could play with your sick toys. And then you burnt what remained to the ground to destroy the evidence. I've never once forgotten the heat of those flames. But that was all necessary to reach the position I'm in now. Surely you must understand I had no other choice. Wow. You want a shovel there, Grot? You want a drill of some sort? Because you must be going for oil with how efficiently you're digging that hole. Not unlike Aldred. Is Aldred something from Dragalia? I do not recall that name. Then again, it is me, so I can easily forget some things. And now you have no choice but to accept a pathetic death, humiliated and broken, Just like Light from Death Note. Don't. Stop this, Basilius. There must be something you want. Say it. Anything. Whatever it is, I shall make it yours. Your death. Darn it. My only wish is revenge for the home you put to the torch, and for his will to be granted. Whose will? Are we about done here? It's loking time. This is for killing Lambert. I know that Loki did it, but I don't care. Your floundering has ceased to amuse me, and I trusted you've had your fill as well. It's time for you to finally be of some use. Ah! Nah, I think that we now have the true main villain of the game. Loki killed Lambert. It's the sad fact. Aldred was a syndicate test subject. Village was pillaged, family experimented on, and forced to kill his sister, that sort of deal. Damn! You know what I just realized? We skipped the story of one of the archdemons because it involved a later event. Have we gone past that by now? I think it was the fire one. Be sure this is the right way? Yes. Grot and Basilius should be in the ritual hall just past this... What? Hello, Gabriel. Hello, everyone. Where are you off to in such a rush? What? Who be you? Please do fill me in. Mikhail? Michael? Oh wow, we still haven't gone... We still can't, see Searcher's story yet? Fascinating. Mikhail! As you say, we're in a hurry, so if you try to stop us, we won't hold back. An impassive threat, but sadly I can't stand down until Basilius' grand design is brought to fruition. What grand design? What does he hope to accomplish by bringing Satan back to life? Why do you even ask? Would a persuasive answer win you over? Or will you just respond with some trite speech on the emptiness of revenge? Trite speech, trite speech, trite speech, trite speech! Ah, Basilius is Archangel, I see. So what revenge is he after? Oh, it's not as simple as all that. It's true this will serve as revenge, but it has all become so much more. A statement so vague as to be pointless. Give an answer with actual substance. In other words, explain. Oh, Sandalphon, isn't it time you grew a bit of a personality? Even androids don't sound so mechanical these days. Well, I suppose some things never change. I may not be able to give you the perfect answer, but I can tell you this much. Basilius' village was wiped out by Grot and his predecessor, the previous Wings of War. As I am connected to that sigil, needless to say, I was also there when it happened. Mikhail is the shortest? Then, should I put the footage down? Way down whenever he's speaking? He's 5'2"! I could chuck him across the football field. But wouldn't that make you another target of Basilius's revenge? I've never felt that sort of hostility between you, but... It seems I was on the list at one point, but we managed to talk through it and reach a kind of accord. In truth, I was being deceived by Grodd at the time. He told me only that it was a village of heretics hell-bent on disrupting the world's order. Shameful as it is, I had no idea I was being played for a fool, until Basilius told me the truth. They always took every precaution not to be found out, and I never thought to doubt my own apostle's loyalty. Still, those are all excuses. Basilius may have forgiven me after opening my eyes, but I haven't forgiven myself, which is why I swore to help him find justice. Even if what he seeks is ultimately unjust, I must atone for my part in that atrocity. He only celebrates his birthday once every 4 years. Hey! That's the birthday of Bennett from Dragalia Impact. Genshin Impact. Can you imagine a Dragalia Lost crossover into Genshin Impact? Can you imagine Laranoa as an Aqua Bow? Amazing. Him and the other Archangels received bios through JP Twitter. Oh, the Dragalia minis! Who knew that the side comics would contain such important lore? But how do you get there from reviving Satan? That strikes me as the opposite of getting revenge on Grot. That's the part that isn't so simple. If all Basilius wanted was revenge, he could kill Grot and be done with it. But this has grown beyond one man's search for vengeance. I am confused. Why does a man of Basilius' stature need power badly enough to resort to such measures? I'm afraid I can't share that part. Shin Jikoku Deso. Desho. Hold on a second. That's classified in Japanese. No! What's the line from Haruhi? That's classified Haruhi. Oh, classified information. Let's see. That's classified Haruhi in Japanese. I need to know this. It's very important. Kinsoku Jiko Desu. Dang, oh, that was way off. Kinsoku Jiko Desu. Well, thank you, that one YouTube video poster from 2009 who decided to make that the title of his video. Kinsoku Jiko Desu. But surely, it isn't so hard to come up with reasons a person might seek more power. Why, just the other day, there was a greedy cardinal lusting after Satan's power in order to rule the world. Casting aside an absent goddess for a new and very present god, and gaining the world in the bargain sounds nice, no? And Satan's power could make it a reality. So Grot planned to destroy the Southern Church to command the awe of the people. Though his was a dream fated to end as nothing more than that. I take it from your tone that Basilius has already claimed his revenge. Who can tell? Honestly, I wouldn't take anything I say too seriously. After all, I am your enemy. Ah! That mana, it would seem he does intend to fight us. But there's no way he can win, which means he's just trying to buy time. Hence the long-winded exposition. He didn't explain fast enough. I will always be on Basilius' side. If you wish it, I would make an enemy of the entire world. That is my choice, and my atonement. So apologies, my friends, but his dream demands I stop you here. Let's go! Let's grab this child and punt him all the way into the sun. Assault on Michael. You know, now that I know that he is 5'2", I have to call him Michael. Mikey, me boy. Alrighty then. Looks like we're going in with the most powerful Might team. Let's go. Laranoa and Nefaria. Make it work. The dream! I'm gonna put my hand on your head.
It's fun for me. It takes tremendous nerve to oppose me.
I'm just gonna tap Lily with the one shot. Lily's just like, zippity zoppity, you're gonna get boppity.
They'll need another century or 3 before they can challenge me.
Lily's overpowered, you guys. She's been ever since the release of the game. Search of feelings, you know it to be true. Exorcism and mass. What does that even mean? Explain, game. Michael also shares his voice with Audric and Harl. I see. This one's gonna hurt. She pile-drived him. My canon is that she just started picking him up and doing wrestling moves on him. She gave him the Stone Cold Stunner, she rock-bottomed him, and then she finished off with the Tombstone. Ferris, Pinon, fire! Ha! Try not to evade so predictably! Ha! What? Right on cue! Ha! Up! And then, I don't know. And then Raphael comes on in and does an absolute, just gores him from across the ring. Just boom! And then Raphael was like, Rizarda, get the table! And then you know what happens from there. I'd hoped to hold out a bit longer, but you people are exhausting. Target neutralized. If we have no further cause to linger, let's hurry on. Agreed. We need to get to that ritual hall yesterday. Then, you aren't going to finish me? We're good guys! We don't do that sort of thing. If you kill me here, my sigil's connection will claim Basilius as well. If you aim to stop him, this is the easiest way. Is that a feeble attempt to sway us? Well, we don't have time for it. Everyone run, now! Light him! If you're sincere about atoning, Michael, then you and Basilius need to live. Don't take the coward's way out by dying. Later. Absolutely exhausting. And then Raphael comes flying out with the elbow drop. But I fear you will all come to regret that decision. Come on, Rizarda, 619. Gyria of the Alien Charge of Grams, August Cathedral, Hospicalia Ritual Hall. Yeah, this place has seen better days. By the goddess, this is a horror. Such carnage. Are the 666 already dead, then? So, you come. Michael is too short to die. There you go. Where is Ortega? I know she was here. Then I invite you to pick through the corpses until you find who you're looking for. But you might need some gloves. Brutal! Damn you, Basilius! My. The ever-composed Regina finally loses her cool. I'm lucky to have seen such a rare sight before the end. I have a feeling Regina's not gone. Orga. The end of what? The end that is now upon us all. Wait, what? Are they saying that's Harl just to throw us off? Didn't you feel it at the moment you stepped into this place? The countdown to Satan's glorious rebirth is upon us. Harl? No, you must be the imposter. You sussy baka. Wow, you really did a good job with that. I can barely make out the difference. So, you've met the real Harl. In that case, I suppose it's time. Can't have you running about calling me imposter all livelong day now, can we? From now on, you can just call me Loki. You looked up what a sussy baka is in Yahoo Answers? What'd it say? I don't give a hoot what you want to be called. I don't see Satan stomping around this place, which means there's still time. Oh, certainly. Depending on the effort, it's even possible that you might prevent his resurrection from coming about. But I have my doubts. I'm hitting the X button much faster than you can do anything else. I have demons. Yeah? Well, we have Rosarda. Clothesline him! A sussy baka is someone who is asking, why is my kid calling me a sussy baka? Humor was obliterated in 2020. At first it was Among Us, and then it was just absolutely killed by Morbius. More demonic entities. This isn't good. None of that changes what we must do. We take them down and stop Satan's revival for good. Ha! I'm guessing that's Surtur. Then let's all do our part as hands of the goddess. Sigil, release. Oh wait, there she is. She's wearing the coat. Why wasn't I noticing that? She was already wearing dark enough clothing. Looking dapper, Rosarda. Transformation! Henshin a go-go, baby! Time to pick up where we left off in Razkameya, Basilius. If you're all so eager to finish what we started, I trust you've come up with a countermeasure for... Miss! Regina! Do the thing! On it! Woo! Discord message. I forgot to put on my Do Not Disturb, but that was just from my own Discord. If you're watching this far, join the Discord. Also like the video, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight, and most importantly of all, hydrate. Take care of yourself. Hug a loved one. Don't invest in NFTs. What? The device. things won't be so easy for you this time. Regina's already analyzed your little toy and blocked its effects. We should hope this would prove more of a challenge than last time. You seem evenly matched, but they may even have a slight advantage after our all-out battle with Michael. The longer this drags on, the worse it gets best for us. Better finish it now. Do it, Rizarda! Here it comes! Here comes the big red machine! Choke slam him! Okay. Oh, a mist. She activated her pyrotechnics. A smoke screen? Rizarda is just like, you can't see me! Yes, when it comes to Rizarda and Raphael, I'm gonna make as many wrestling references as I possibly can. Huh? One of the demonic entities fell. I see. They mean to turn this from a brawl into a series of small engagements. Wait, that's... Loki seems aware of what they're doing as well. In that case, I'll follow his lead and stay put. We'll take them as they come. We aim for the moment they strike. When they come for what they believe is a single target, they'll find two waiting. You might be getting outsussed there, Basilius. Look sharp now, Basilius. What? Ooh! Horror with the Frankensteiner! If you fancy keeping your head firmly mounted atop your shoulders, friend, then I would advise you not to move. So that's it! Very clever. And the real one appears. How exciting! Have you been acting alone all this while just to create this opportunity? Glad my imposter at least has my smarts. Loki, was it? It's just been ages. I'm rather flattered to see you still wearing my body after all these years. Not that I can blame you, of course. I really am something of a handsome devil. Just you wait until I get my banner. What's this? End of service? Well, darn. In fact, I'm rather thankful, given present circumstances. Pity for you, though. Nice work, Kyle! We'll manage it fine so long as you keep Basilius pinned down. I don't know if straddling his lap is the best way to do it, but I'll let you do you. Oh no. This is not Fate. The pale imitation is not going to outdo the original. Oh, why so quiet? Does the sudden turn of events left you speechless? Down you go. That's the last of the demonic entities. Now only you remain, Loki. Surrender and relinquish the sacred shard. But this shard contains the mana I need to summon Satan. If I gave this up, all my plans would be foiled, and the day would be saved. And what's exciting about that? What are you plotting? The ground's shaking, and there's miasma. That's Satan. Bow before might, as all lives must. There can be no escape. Okay, no. This little deer possesses power far greater than the demonic entities you faced before. I trust you'll enjoy your time together. Brace yourselves, everyone! I am the Opossum Nevin, one tired and very ticked-off hand of the goddess, and I will say her damn well done! Sigil release! Frick! Harl does Harl stuff in a horrible world. Asura Clash. Very nice. Alright, let's go! Let's go ahead and select our Shadow team. And I'm sure this is going to be a very long and drawn-out fight. Might even lose this one. But through the power of God and anime, I will get through this.
The circle of struggle closes.
Oh. I had absolutely no idea it was a lady. Demon.
And mine shall roll over you like calamity. This is the last of their number. Yes, we'll dispatch this foe in a flash.
You take no. You were taking a whole lot less damage from a from an event that took like 7,000 might. Wasn't expecting that.
No, this is how it feels to have life.
All right. How do I take out your heavenly wings? Oh, attacking from here? No problem.
Twilight Oblivion.
Oh, nope.
The very struggle grows in the
Alright. I'm clipping them wings. Come on out, wings. Ah. You're in overdrive. And Marish 10 for the win.
I sought more.
That took a little longer than I was expecting.
Feels like to be alive?
Thank you, Nefaria. Why is this dead chick here? She is here because she is the main character. Anyways, later. Alright. Oh, the epilogue. We're already on our way through. The Day of Resurrection. Yep, like I said, Orga's not done. Download. Boop. I said boop. Game. Internet. Servers. IO. Alright, let me check my internet connection. Sure. Airplane mode. Off of airplane mode. Oh, that Discord message was the confirmation of Michael's height, I see. Alright, we're good. Airplane mode! Boop! Now, Pai-chan, let them have it. This ends now. Ha! No, I sought more. More! My ambitions! Ugh. Oh. That was Grot. What? I was supposed to stand apart, to rule over all as Pope. Ugh. Alas, you've realized just a bit too late. With dear Grat's death, the final preparations are complete. But that means we offered up the 666th sacrifice in a truly breathtaking display of incompetence? Yes, that's exactly what it means. This cannot be. And now, at long last, it begins. Satan's advent is upon us. Then everything until now has been... Hold it together! As long as we have Basilius, they don't have the vessel. The rite can't be completed. Really, Nevin? I'm disappointed you haven't seen through the lie I told you all the way back in Roskimia. The lie? Oh no. Oh yes. It is not I who will become his vessel. It is her. Orga! You're alive! No! No! The support is most appreciated, Orga. Think nothing of it. You two have performed your duties well, and now our plans are complete. This was your plan! Indeed, Satan's resurrection was all Orga's ideal. Basilius and I have merely been following her the entire time. Which means Cardinal Grat was just a sacrificial lamb led merrily along to the slaughter. But what could you possibly hope to gain by reviving such an evil? I seek to save this world from the progenitor. Ugh! Later! Orga, I don't understand any of this. What's going on? What could you possibly be chasing? Is this really what will make you happy? If I do not acquire Satan's power now, the progenitor will close off all possibility for this world's future. You can't begin to understand the horror of seeing all your potential crushed before you, of your will being stripped away. But I have seen it, and I know there is no happiness to be found there. Instead, there is simply nothing. That is why I do this. I claim happiness for myself the only way I can. You don't have to go through this world alone, Orga. We talked about this. It's not too late. Let me help you. Lean on your big sister this once, and I swear I will never let go of your hand again. As I told you, sister, the hour is too late. These hands are sullied now, and their touch would only defile you. That's not true! Even so, I will seize happiness for myself, and make the world know salvation. For this, I shall become Satan! This is getting intense. Orga! Alright, let's see it. Wonderful, truly wonderful. The day is finally here. Oh, we've got some lyrical music, though at this point. I'll just go ahead and close it down here. That is certainly a demonic being worthy of being called Satan, I must say. Satan's glorious rebirth is upon us. And that's it. That's the entirety of the story. I mean, it makes sense because that leads into the end of chapter 22, where Unit is just like, "Oh, they revived Satan? Okay, let's look into this." Ah, part 2. I see. Well, I think what I'm gonna do now, I am going to let me see here. Is it over here? Yeah, adventure stories. Here we go. I am going to read Harl's adventure story, and then probably call it off here. That's enough streaming for me one time. So, Harl's adventurer story, which goes into the background of how the true Harl got replaced by Loki. So, this is gonna be interesting. We'll have to save part 2 for the next time. Alrighty, folks. Alright, Harl, tell me your sordid tale. How did you get replaced by a sussy baka? The Officers' Academy, a training grounds for those who would one day serve the Alberian royal family. I long for knighthood. This is Harl speaking. Knowing it would deliver me from the bottom rung of society I was born into. Upon enrolling, my acumen was quickly noted. I never doubted for a second that I was on the path towards accomplishing my dream. I swore I'd use my platform to create a world where every human being would be treated equally, regardless of their birth or social standing. Is this Harl? Doesn't sound like Harl. But all that awaited for me was... But all that awaited for me was the bitter sting of reality. Leaf and Cecile, both of noble birth, received stations within the Royal Guard. Meanwhile I, a commoner, was doomed to become part of the worthless Capital Guard. 3 years later... I forgot this isn't Loki. I hereby appoint you Chief of the Capital Guard. I humbly and gratefully accept. Pitiful that this is the highest station a commoner could ever hope to reach. There's no future for a country that values social standing above all. I must enact my plan. You can tell because of the pose, of course. Congratulations on your promotion. But I must say, I question my father's logic in appointing you as such. A knight of your skill is far more suited to a position within the Royal Guard. Why, Prince Fairies! I am honored that you would think so. Truly, you give me too much credit. I only speak the truth. In fact, it is for that reason I have come to you today. Harl, I would like you to serve as my personal guard. Given your other recent appointment, it might be quite the endeavor to take both positions at once. This I recognize. I am most humbled by your words. If I may ask, what moved you to approach a man of my lowly caliber? Because I believe only you can live up to my expectations. Do you accept my offer? It sounds too good to be true. but this is undoubtedly a tremendous opportunity. I may not know what His Highness's true intentions are, but I will use him in kind. I would be a fool to turn down such a privilege. I am yours to command, sir. After you, Your Highness. Thank you for your hard work, and for seeing me home to my research lab. I feel more at ease here than in the castle. I never would have guessed that this place housed a laboratory. Leaf said the same thing. Did he now? Indeed. In the past, I would occasionally ask him to go on errands for me. The man is dependable to a fault, really. His family has served mine for generations, so we go back quite a ways. Incidentally, I have been meaning to ask, what were you doing before you joined the Officers' Academy? I was a meager servant for a nobleman. Interesting. What made you aspire to knighthood? My master at the time was the picture of magnanimity. He would make any number of arrangements to see a young man's future brighten. You certainly lucked out, didn't you? Still, I must caution you against lying. I beg your pardon. I do not recall spinning any falsehoods, Your Highness. A few years ago, a nobleman was exiled after committing an unspeakable crime. It sounds like a most terrible incident, and yet I fail to see what it has to do with my present conversation, sir. Funny you should ask. It happened around the same time you attained knighthood. Surely a man of your intellect is aware that if a servant were to, say, report his master's crimes to the crown, he would be duly rewarded. And you would believe I would do such a thing? You jest. Why, that would be uncivilized. Ah, my apologies then. However, an interesting story does spring to mind. Perhaps you've heard it. Not long ago, a messenger arrived from Grams for a secret rendezvous, we'll say. And who was their contact? My sources described him as a knight clad in black. Why, that sounds just like you. Heavens! What a misunderstanding this is. I did indeed meet with the messenger in question, but I was simply showing him around the capital. I am chief of its guard. Oh, is that all? Here I was certain you were sharing intelligence. You wish to create a world where all human beings stand shoulder to shoulder, as equals. But such a thing isn't possible in a kingdom with a class system. Therefore, it would only be natural for you to devise a plan to destroy this kingdom and build one that suits your ideals upon its ashes. To be fair, that would be impossible for a kingdom, because a kingdom would require a king. You certainly live up to your reputation as an esteemed researcher, my liege. That is quite the theory you have crafted. But I am afraid a theory is all it is. That's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, join the Discord. My loyalty lies with the Kingdom of Alberia. I see. Forgive me. I've always been prone to overthinking. Terrible habit. Now, I must concentrate on my research, so please stand by outside for me. Your wish is my command. How much does that man know? If he already pieced all that together, then why did he take me on as his personal guard? Ha! I think I shall do a little bit of research on my own, Prince Fairies. Now, if I were looking for information of any importance, it would be right here. There's got to be something useful. What do we have here? An old research paper. The progenitor. Demons. So he's not your everyday research scientist after all. There's another book shoved into the back of the shelf. A child's handwriting, no doubt. It seems to be a journal he kept as a child. Day 13, month the lovely dragon. It appears this will be my final entry. My disease continues to plague me. I suffer from a kind of sensory paralysis. I lack all strength. My pulse slows. My hands are ice. My mind is in disarray. Odd. There's no record of the prince's condition progressing this far in the royal archives. Day 14th, month of the lovely dragon. I am alive. New strength courses through my body. He recovered in a single day? Wait. No, if that previous paper is to be believed. The progenitor, reincarnation, vessels, an undying body. It can't be! Now this won't do. You should know better than to barge into someone's private study. Huh! I did not peg you as the scholarly type. Prince Fairies. No, perhaps I should call you by the name of the entity living within you. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. More importantly, I have somebody I'd like you to meet. Say hello. Uh-oh! A pleasure to meet you at last. From now on, I will be known as Harl. Who the hell are you? Did you not hear? His name is Harl. Oh, but there's no need to fret. Ever since you became my guard, he has been lurking in the shadows, peering at your memories. I am certain he will be the perfect replacement for you. Now I understand. This is why you wanted me at arm's length. Those twisted little ideas festering inside you suited him quite well. We couldn't have asked for a better person's life to usurp. Well, what an honor that is. Now, you're a smart man. I'm sure you know what must happen next. There cannot be two Harls in this world. Huh! One moment. If you're just going to kill him, why don't you let me play with him instead? I've seen into this man's memories. He's quite the idealist. Wouldn't it be exciting to see him crushed by the weight of his own foolish notions? I have no particular interest in such a thing, but by all means, do as you see fit. What do you think you're... No more struggling. It's time we said goodbye. A tear in space! I'm getting sucked in! Ugh! F's in chat for Harl, as far as they know. Farewell, old Harl. Have yourself a fun little sojourn in another world. Where is this? Am I still alive? What a desolate place. Where in the world did they dump me? Well, that's the thing. You're not in Kansas anymore, Harl. That volcano? Am I in Valkaheim? Need to move closer. Heed me, my subjects! Haven't done Leonidas in a while. A kingdom of Alberia has at last been unified under the eldest of its royals, Leonidas! Hail our unity! Hail King Leonidas! Prince Leonidas did what? Nonsense. I've never heard anything about this. Listen well as we elucidate the new status quo. Prime Minister, if you would! Prime Minister? Wait, is that... Oh boy. We're gonna have some alternate timeline shenanigans. This is gonna be fun. Yes, we are gonna keep reading. Otherworld Harl. Should I give Otherworld Harl a different name, a different voice? Nah, that's probably just another Harl. Thank you, my liege. Is that me? Events unlike any I've known have transpired here, and a man with my face saunters about. I understand now. This must be another world. After being here for a few days, I've ascertained 3 things. 1. There was a war between humans and dragons, and the humans won. 2. Alberia is currently ruled by Prince Leonidas and this world's version of me. And 3. Everyone in this world is treated equally, without regard to class. It's a cruel irony that my ideals would come true in a world devastated by war. But unfortunately for my imposter, this is not enough to break me. I will return to my world and make him pay for this. Yet I suppose that's easier said than done. Without any dragons in this world, is there anyone left to ferry me back to mine? Oh, there you are, Prime Minister. His Highness sends word that your meeting has been rescheduled. This could be my chance. Those in power have access to limitless intel. Infiltrating the castle would be a major step forward. And if I go there, I should be able to meet him as well. Yes, of course. You mustn't delay then. That's the last of today's plans sorted. It's odd, though. Some of the soldiers were saying the strangest things. How I would abruptly disappear from one room, only to appear in another just as suddenly. How is that even possible? Oh, it's possible, given that I was the subject of their confusion. It is good to meet you, Harl of this world. Curious. No mirror stands before me, and yet, who or what are you? I am no reflection. I am you, Harl, from another world. Fascinating. I've heard of this concept, how there exist countless other worlds, and within them, other possibilities. And you're saying you have come from one such divergence? Brilliant deduction. I would have expected nothing less of myself. Obama giving himself a medal meme, but it's a lot more literal. Do you really expect me to believe such a ridiculous notion? That is up to you. If you don't, feel free to call your soldiers here. He's thinking about it. I knew he wouldn't make a snap judgment like that. It seems that even in other worlds, a person's true nature never changes. If he really is me, he's likely weighing the benefits of using me now. He wouldn't even think of killing me right away. Very well, I'll hear you out. Why have you come here? I'll get straight to the point. Will you work together with me? In what fashion? I would serve as your shadow. Naturally, you would benefit from this arrangement as well. After all, it would help you in your quest to create a world without social classes. Oh, and why might you think that is my ultimate goal? The fact that you serve King Leonidas is proof. After a few days of studying Valkaheim, I have learned that even here, His Majesty prefers a meritocracy. To enact reform, it would be useful to have someone at the top with a similar ideology to your own, and so you chose His Majesty. However, even if the upper echelons laud meritocracy, there are still those who would be against the change you seek. Would it not be convenient to have a confidant who will eliminate any who would impede you? You're quite straightforward in offering to get your hands dirty in my stead. That was my intent. I see. But permit me to make one little correction to your assessment. I do not pursue reform. No, I seek something far greater. Namely, a revolution. Explain. Thanks to King Leonidas, we have freed ourselves from the yoke of the dragons and built a land of meritocracy, but it's still not enough. There remains a king, thus the confines of class still bind us. Hey, it's the issue I talked about before. I want to create a land of democracy, and in order to do that, the very notion of royalty must be made a thing of the past. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's to be a bloodbath, then. Indeed. So if you desire to be my shadow, it means you'll also be the umbrella sheltering me when that blood spills. Is whatever you wish to gain out of our deal worth that risk? Being able to work hand in hand with you is a boon in and of itself. I was cast into this world in a freak accident. Having a trustworthy confidant of my own would put my heart at ease. Black though it may be. Very well. If you've already taken that into consideration, then I think you've made yourself worthy of my trust. I accept my offer. I am quite pleased to have earned my own trust. Let us keep this arrangement a secret. No one else can know there are two of us. Agreed. We will need every advantage to prepare for a revolution, after all. That's one step closer. Now that I've secured an ally of sorts, all that's left is to find a way back home. That fool will pay for what he did to me. The stage for my revenge is set. You were thinking that, but your mouth is moving, you silly goose. Chapter 3! Let's keep it going. We need voice lines. We always want voice lines. What voice lines do we have in this story anyway? Why do we have voice lines? Oh. Several years after Harl was sent to another world. I've learned quite a bit about my place of exile, but I've yet to find a way home. That man doesn't understand a thing! Granson gasps. Well, we'll see what happens. My. What's got you so worked up? Oh, you. I'm simply fed up with King Leonidas' naivete. That's certainly not a word I'd use to describe His Majesty. Strict or unrelenting, maybe. What happened? You know about how his world is facing desertification, yes? I do. It would seem the grave consequences of eradicating those dragons is happening quicker than expected. We can't keep up. I hear that even the old capital, Sol Alberia, has been swallowed by sand. 'Twas disorder they sowed, and now they reap. We're migrating those who lost their homes to safer places, like Valkheim. The problem is, we're running low on resources. We simply can't afford to waste them on the weak. Thus, I suggested we should instead trim the fat, get rid of those devoid of use. I've even drafted a plan for it here. On saving the nation. I can certainly see the efficiency in it and all. What did King Leonidas have to say? That we will not change course, and he would not hear anything to the contrary. A country cannot grow if we prune the buds of talent before they even develop. The weak will die out whether we have a hand in their culling or not, yet we must also wait for those who would one day become stronger. The grace he would grant is nothing but a waste of precious time and resources. A rather hasty judgment, don't you think? Not at all. I've had plenty of time to mull it over. No matter how long we wait, we'll never find a leader more exceptional or talented than myself. The time is ripe. We need to enact our plan to assassinate the king. Excuse me. This is getting so intense that I developed hiccups. I will rule in his stead. You really wish to take on such a bothersome role? If a ruler outlives his use, I have no choice but to seize his power for myself. The hour for revolution is nigh. I can only imagine the look on his face when his authority is stripped away by a man who crawled up from the ranks of base servitude. Someone is here. I'll hide. Ah, Cassandra! I was not expecting to see you in this story. What was Cassandra doing in the normal story? Just kind of hanging out? What brings her to Valkheim? I could have sworn I heard someone else in here. Your ears play tricks on you, fair madam. Now we report, if you will. With that, I must take my leave. Should you find anything amiss, do contact me. I will. Your help is always appreciated. Later. Who was that? That was Cassandra, the court sorceress. Was she not in your world? I know her name, but I have never met her personally. Court sorceress, you say? Cassandra hangs out with Adhering, knows a lot about the chain of causality. Interesting. Has she detected that something wrong has happened and there's a new Harlan here? She was retired, but the former king's will decreed that she support Leonidas. I have asked her to do some research into other worlds in particular, to see if it's possible to voluntarily open a gate into one of them. Ugh! Why are you asking that? To trim the fat, remember? It'd be too much trouble to kill the weak, so I thought we could instead round them up and dump them into another world. I suppose we could. That was quicker than I expected. Did you forget something? It is a pleasure to meet you, Lady Cassandra. I have come seeking your wisdom. My name is Harl. Is this some sort of jest? We just saw each other earlier today. You did in fact meet with the Harl of this world. However, this would be your first time meeting me. Explain. And so he explained. I see. So essentially, you're a foreign body that was shoved into this world by someone else. Do you believe me? For the time being. Now, what is it you want from me? It is quite a simple request. I would like to work together to find a way back to the world whence I came. Sorry, but no. Your situation is pitiable, but I have far too much on my plate as well. I'd not dream of assuming otherwise. Indeed, no matter how much you do believe me, I've spun quite the yarn. You wouldn't have time to focus on something so far-fetched. I certainly understand that. However, what if I were to offer myself as a test subject? Explain! From what I can tell, you have an impressive collection of books on communing with the dead and bringing them back to life in here. I'd wager you have your own reasons for agreeing to perform the other Harl's research. And what better research subject than a man from another world? Tempting, no? You certainly are observant. From then on, I helped Cassandra with her research, and in turn, was able to investigate means of getting back home. But one day, you suddenly lost contact. I didn't hear from her for several months. Cassandra Lost, the sequel. What happened? The way I lost touch with you so suddenly, I thought you died. My apologies. There was something I needed to test. And? Did it bear fruit? You understand what a chain of causality is, right? It's the force that tethers a person to their world, no? So that even if you manage to travel through time, you'll quickly be pulled back to where you came from. Correct. And a different time is the same thing as a different world. Normally, it would be impossible for someone to exist in another world for as long as you have. Not that one would expect otherwise, for two of the same person cannot exist in the same world. Worlds themselves are quite delicate, you see. They'll try to correct paradoxes and remove any sort of foreign bodies. And yet, I have been able to remain here for quite some time now. That's right. According to my research, the only way that's possible is either to use the Dawn Shard or to be severed from the chain of causality. And yet, as I have told you, I have nothing of the sort in my possession. Which leaves us with only one option. Though, even if that's the case, there should be a limit to how long you're able to stay in another world. I wasn't getting anywhere without looking into that, so I performed a little experiment. And that was to see if your chain of causality really had been severed. Those affected by this phenomenon cannot remain in people's memories. After a few months without contact, no trace of you would remain in the mind of another. Thus did I purposely keep some distance from you. However, no matter how long I was away, I could still remember you. That's kind of sweet in a way. Cassandra wanted to bring back Aurelius. Yeah, that makes sense. So does that mean my chain of causality wasn't severed? It's the only theory that holds water. It also helps me understand why you've been able to stay here for so long. It means that your chain of causality is yet bound to your original world. Is that even possible? I wish I knew for certain. Do you know of anyone who could wield influence over such a thing? Yes, now that I think about it. Well then, I hate to say it, but you're going to have to do something about them, or else you're stuck here forever. No, there is another way. There is? Explain. If I can't interfere with my chain of causality myself, then perhaps I should have simply have myself removed from this world. You can't mean... Unfortunately, this is where our collaborative efforts come to an end. Hold it! Will that method may indeed force the world to right itself? If something goes awry, not only will you be unable to return whence you came, but you simply might cease to exist. Are you sure about this? Our partnership has been fruitful indeed, my lady. I pray that your wish shall one day come true. Max Power here, collecting body pillows. I can appreciate that, fellow man of culture. Now, let us begin. The climax of this story is upon us. Is it really, though? It's only part 4 of the story. Next episode is available. There are 4 parts to every adventurous story, right? 4 or 5? I've completely forgotten by now. My first master was a tremendous fool. His greed, temper, and lechery knew no bounds. His intellect and quality of character were non-existent. 5 parts. Yeah, that's what I thought. Why is it that these dolts manage to rise through the ranks while the low-born flounder in the dirt? It always vexed me. That's why I swore I'd pull myself up to the top using any means necessary. He almost sounds noble until you get to know him. I had to act, or nothing would change. I would use anyone or anything I needed to achieve my goals. That's how I lived my life, ever since I was a child. You've devised a strategy to kill King Leonidas? I have indeed. You and I are the only ones who know of our twofold nature. We are going to use that. First, we will switch places. You will stand at the northern border in order to create an alibi for yourself. Meanwhile, I will kill the king and make myself scarce. After that, all you have to do is choose a culprit and become everyone's hero. With such a glorious exploit under your belt, carrying out your revolution will be child's play. Well? Devious. I like it. It should be about time now. My scheme to kill the king was a bald-faced lie. Now that he's waiting at the checkpoint as planned, I'll strike him down from behind. It went right through him. Surround him! What? Why so surprised? I don't recall advising you to stage an ambush as part of our plan. Which plan was that now? The one to kill King Leonidas? My friends, the plan to kill King Leonidas? or the one to kill me? I did a bit of research into the concept of other worlds myself. If I were to die, then the existence of any Harl would become impossible within this world. Now, what would happen after that? The realm would try to right itself, thereby removing you from it. And you hope to use that phenomenon as a means of returning to your world. Does that about sum it up? Brilliant work! I thought for certain my lie would be sufficient, but I suppose there's no fooling myself. You are me, after all. It's only natural that I'd know exactly what you're thinking. What a shame. I really thought we had a beautiful partnership. Kill him. Right away. Huh? Faced with death, you lose your wits, I see. I am of sound mind, I assure you. I simply find your soldiers' loyalty to you most amusing. They ought to choose their leaders more carefully. What? Oh, you there. I'm about to die, so I'd like to give this to you. Some kind of document? What is this? On saving the nation, you want to eliminate anyone too weak to be of use? Why do you have that? Oh, do be sure to read until the end. Whose signature is on there? Harl? It can't be. You didn't write this, did you, Prime Minister? He did. It would seem the great and talented Harl of this world drafted this plan in hopes of saving Valkheim. He said there was no use wasting time and resources on the weak. No point in giving them even a passing chance. It would seem like Harl is being very virtuous and moral, but he's just getting himself out of a sticky situation. What do I care if you showed this to my soldiers here? If you're interested in the specifics of my plan, I will tell you all about it later. Right now, you would have a would-be assassin to kill. What are you waiting for? Kill him! We aren't going to listen to someone who would stoop to such barbarism. Excuse me? Barbarism? In a world we brought to ruin, we have no choice but to elevate the exceptional. Ever hear of the food chain? You're all benefiting from it. So why does this bother you? But that doesn't mean the strong should rob the weak of the right to live. Still your wicked tongue! This is desertion! Treason! And so the pot admonishes the kettle. I understand why you were at odds with King Leonidas. Farewell. They were so angry that they left twice. Well, well. How the tables have turned. You little... Why did you have that with you? You are me, after all. It's only natural that I'd know exactly what you're thinking. I thought you might try to lure me into a trap, so I brought it as a bit of insurance. You... What lukewarm swordplay? Have you forgotten to fight, now that you're Prime Minister? Ha! Come now, you're wide open! Harl is absolutely not one who would balk at stabbing his own face. How the turntables! We're one and the same. How can the gulf between us be so wide? But even he can't defend himself against a sneak attack. Who's wide open now? Ha! Ha! What did I just say? I know exactly what you're thinking. Strange, isn't it? I know that I would try to go after my opponent's weak point. If you don't try to fight fairly, I'll know exactly what you're doing. Like so. Yeah. Wait. Let's make a deal. When I become ruler, I'll share the position with you. Not as my shadow, but as an equal. Our ideals are the same, aren't they? I'll offer you the deal of a lifetime. Don't make me laugh. We are nowhere near the same. You became drunk with power. You forgot what your ideals were. It makes me sick to think we're cut from the same cloth. What? My dream is to create a world where everyone will be treated as equals, regardless of the circumstances of their birth or their social standing. Exactly! That's why You've forgotten that. Otherwise, you would never have thought to trim the fat. That is exactly what I thought. 'Cause, you know, the weak having their options for life stripped away, that's been the theme of this entire game. So, I know things. I'm good. I'm a Dragalia. It's the exact kind of classism we swore to eliminate. There are fools and weaklings in this world, to be sure. Though they may seem worthless at a glance, you can use them. Have you forgotten that all our path to knighthood was paved on the back of our nitwit master? Huh! The real reason you're willing to cast away the weak without a thought is because you're afraid that someone exceptional will rise up in the ranks. You were afraid they might usurp your position the same way you did. That's not... How funny it is that you fear your own methodology, and yet you rested on your laurels, not even bothering to practice your swordsmanship. How very sad for you. You're no different from the weaklings you sought to eliminate. No, please, don't do it! And like I said, even the weak have their uses. Yours will be as my stepping stone. No! Is this who I would become in the event that my ideals are realized? Woo, 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 woo. Oh, it's already started. Now the question is whether I will disappear or return to my world. We're about to see. I'll use anyone or anything I need to achieve my goals. Even my own life. Even the very laws of nature. I will use it all. Even you. I really should get out of the habit of pointing at things with my stylus. If I ever want to go to Japan and eat with chopsticks, they don't like it when you point at them using your chopsticks. Alright, last episode. Let's make it big. Wait, this is... Well, well, it seems I finally made it back to this side. Now all that's left is to enjoy my revenge on him for banishing me to another world. He'll surely realize I've returned by now, given all his meddling with a chain of causality. This feeling... It would seem I've lost my grip on causality. Well, well. Impressive for him to resist succumbing to despair after coming face to face with the untimely end of his own ideals. To be fair, Loki, You kind of gave him a heads up. You gave him the ultimate intel. Yeah, you're going to lose yourself if you realize your ideals. So 1, realize your ideals another way. 2, be careful about losing your way. You just made him stronger, Loki. This is where the last stream ended? I see. But his timing couldn't be more perfect. Now he can attend to our grand revel. What a raucous affair it promises to be. I never thought I'd say the same things they said to me. The battle is won! No, I can still fight. Of course you can. We can't be knocking someone out of commission during a mere mock battle. So what? You're saying you held back then? Goodness me, things must be so simple for a model student. You're the one who made it simple for me, Hall. Excuse me? Explain! You need to learn how to fight fairly, rather than just using sneak attacks. If you keep this up, it will come back to bite you in the future. Quit now while you still can. Yeah, the nerve of him. Oh, this is a character I have not been introduced to. I'm trying to think if I've met her before. Either in this stream or during my 2 years of playing. That's just Leaf's way of giving you advice. If you're always fixated on ambushing your foe, you're restricting yourself to only one strategy. Cecile will be in the event revival next week. Oh, really? Interesting. Maybe I'll play it off stream just to see for myself. She's a mana caster. And if your opponent has done your homework, they'll be able to read you like a book every single time. What Leaf is trying to impress is that you should learn how to attack from the front and vary your tactics. Yeah, we have time left for 8 streams. Chapter 3, so chapter 23 through 26, Faith Forsaken Part 2, Advent of Origin, Miracle of Dragon Yule, and Blood That Binds. So that's 7 individual stories. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how long these are. Because going through one event and 5 adventurer stories took me 1 entire stream. Granted, I started the stream a little bit late, but we're still pushing up on 3.5 hours. Then why doesn't he just say that instead of talking around it in riddles? Would you have listened to him if he did? If you can master a variety of fighting styles, you'll hold your own against us and then some. After all, toying with your opponents is your specialty. I suppose you're right. I'll strive to be that kind of knight, then. It'll help me claw my way up as well. The reason I managed to defeat my other self was because I was a knight instead of a prime minister. What irony that I, who cast aside the knightly code and betrayed my country, would one day be saved by the sword I swore on. My rise to that position was only meant to be a method of making my ideals a reality. And yet the one who accomplished just that wound up being quite the worthless wretch. to say nothing of this world's inevitable demise. Wouldn't it be exciting to see him get crushed? Okay, this is a flashback of Loki. You wanted me to believe that my ideals are worthless, did he? If I am to be corrupted by the realization of these ambitions, then all I have to do is create a world where that does not come to pass. Just like what I said. I told him Loki only made him stronger. Loki's first mistake was thinking that Harl had normal morality, and he'd be like, oh my god, if I made everybody equal, then it would lead to me becoming weak and an unequal world being destroyed, being made. No! But instead Harl was just like, what is this crap? I will succeed with far greater panache than he ever did. I must thank him for oh so kindly showing me what the face of failure looks like. The wings of the Black Raven will never be clipped. Let my tale of revenge begin! The end. Ha ha! Next stream is part 2, and then the Syndom part 2 stories. Interesting. Anyways, that is it. That is all of Haru's stories. Look at all these stories that I didn't read because oh wow, right, all of the stories that I drained all of the Wormite from all the other stories that I had in a vain attempt to get all the collab characters from Persona. I have Cecile. Oh, yeah, there she is. Hilarious.
People who come to play, gather round. And if you don't, I'm gonna...
New day.
Check out today's bonus. Have some and come the adventure continues. If there's any way I can help...
Oh, there's a Gala Dragalia happening right now. Right, I have all three of these. I have all three of these poll results, so there really isn't a reason for me to pull. Then again, I have everything from the next gala, so there really isn't a reason for me to pull on galas anymore, right? If I wanted to, I could just pull everything as soon as I'm ready, including Elysium. I believe so. Let me see here. Collection, dragons, sort by that. This is Gilgamesh, this is Kronos Nyx. Could have sworn I had Elysium. Do I not? I guess I don't have Elysium. Yeah, that's High Jupiter. Nope. Alright then, let's just go ahead and dump everything into Elysium, because he's gonna be the last useful raid up in the entire game's history for me. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start with some summon vouchers, shall we? We're gonna get a treat. This is gonna be a pull video at the end. So, let's summon. We're going for Elysium. No indication over here. Nope, unless there's a fake out. And that's not even possible. Yeah, that's what single summons get you. Alright, we'll empty out the rest of these coffers. Woo! We got a rainbow! That's nice. Alright, one rainbow. The first one, it's an axe. It's Gala Elling. Thank you, Gala Elling. That certainly was one of the rainbow orbs of all time. I did spend my free dream and summon from the 4th anniversary. I got Summer Padia because you can't tell me what to do. I am a man of immaculate culture, and that will not be compromised. One dove. No indication. Let's just skip. No 5 stars. And I guess I'll just go through my, I'll just go through the rest of it in order to get Elysium. And then I'll just be like, and if I don't get Elysium, I'll just be so salty. I'll be like, now I'm glad this game's shutting down. I'm kidding. I'm joking. No amount of bad summons is gonna make me say that. One dove again. No indication. No Dargans. That's a 1, that's a 2. Man. Come on, what happened to this streamer luck? I'm a streamer, I'm streaming, I'm advertising your game. Okay, there we go. I had to grease the wheels with a little bit of, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a bow. It's, Summer Cleo. Summer Cleo, my friends. That's, could've been worse. No, stop it with the Summer Luca. I want a Gala unit, and I want it to be Elysium. Alrighty, folks. We've got another 5-star coming in. The streamer luck is kicking in a little bit. Alright, number 2. It's a, wand. Gala Cleo. No, not a bad pull in a vacuum. Alright, another 5-star. Thank you. The streamer luck is finally kicking in. Give me Rosarda. Give me Raphael. 2. Alright, we got 1 dragon. And we got 2 dragons. Are they both gonna be Elysium? It's possible. Alrighty, folks. We got a Juggernaut. And it's, who is this? Horus. He looks cool. 4, 5, 6, 7. Is this it? Nope. 8. 9.
I am the custodian.
Hey, we got him. It's Elysium. Not bad at all, my friends. And it seems like I already had Horus. I do not, I do not remember what I pulled. Maximum Limit Break Elysium. Should I? I mean, this is gonna be like one of the last raid-ups in the game, and it's like, I already have everything else that I need in the game. I'm not missing for anything. So, should I MUB Elysium? Or should I, like, on the, You know what? After I finish Chapter 26 and we wrap up, the last thing I'm gonna do is use the absolute last of my Wormite to send the game off. Well, either way, I have literally over 9,000 Wormite, and I think that is a perfect amount to have. It's over 9,000. Most versatile light dragon. Explain. You know, at this point, I should probably just get into the habit of MUBing all the dragons I want to use. Alright, just for you, I'm just gonna max and limit break the Elysium I just got. Let's see, you should be near the bottom because of levels. Let's go ahead and lock you in. Look at this boy. Look at this man! Let me see. Max unbind. Elysium. Look at all these stones.
My words are law. My body the world.
Alright, Elysium. You were such a thorn in my side. I have now seized control of you. How's that for some comeuppance? Anyways, let's read his effect, shall we? Holy Bastion reduces damage taken by the entire team, grants them a Divergent Shield, Team Defense Amp, and Team Critical Damage Amp. Special effects! Woo! Holy One's Grace. If attuned to light, increases strength by 60%, defense by 30%. Oh my god. Woo! Lad. Defense by 30%, HP by 30%, grants with the following additional attempts based on the user's unit type. Holy Woman's Judgment fills 50% of the Dragon Gauge at the start of quests, and extends shapeshift time by 100%. Holy mother of goalie! But double the amount of dragon energy required to shapeshift. User's maximum dragon energy will not be increased. I see. So, once you build them up to maximum, you're just free to mollywop on the guys. Grants the user a Dragon Strike while shapeshifted as Elysium. Dragon Strike deals damage to enemies directly ahead. Maximum amount of the Dragon Gauge and abilities can be filled at the start of quest, will be limited to 50% for the entire team. Oh, so I can't get 100% Dragon Prep. Has that always been the case? And then that's that. Chronos Nyx is still more powerful. Well, yeah, you can have both on your team. Alright. That is me doing a little bit of flexing. You know what? Since we're just going whole hog on this man... Oh. Wow. How do I not have any fortify... How do I have no augments for my dragons? Alright, I'm not gonna go whole hog. Because I'm one of those who's just like, what if I need it later? Oh, it caps Dragon Prep to 50%. Woo! But hey, that doesn't matter if you only need to transform one time. Am I right? Elysium is amazing on a healer. Ah, Hildegard! Think I've got a playmate for you. Yeah, it takes twice the gauge to shapeshift. So if you only need to summon him once, no problem. What is all this stuff I have in here? Oh. Another summon voucher. And some more Wormite. Love it. Well, my light team basically has the most powerful dragon that I own. Oh, wait. Right, I've MU beat other people because I kept on pulling them. Wait, what? I can unbound a fifth time. Right, Alberius does increase the dragon gauge, huh? Or Odric, I should say. Does Marishtan get it? No! Bad game. Do we only have so many 5-star dragons? Eh, is what it is. Materials for the 5th Unbind come from main campaign events. Interesting. Anyways. The High Dragons... Oh yeah, you did mention that. The High Dragons get 5 Unbinds. Well, it is what it is. Barbados! Oh, he's an End Dragon. It's interesting to see Garuda. Garuda has a 5th Unbind. Interesting. Well, it is what it is. I need to, let me see here. Dragons, part ways with all the 3 stars at least. Sort by rarity. There, now I'm not gonna run out of space. All of a sudden. There we go. And I get a chunk of Eldwater for it. Everyone else requires orbs from the very hard campaign quests. Oh, that's how it goes. Neat. Unfortunately, dragons are in the gacha, so they can't exactly make them into an unlock system. Worm Prince, they pulled them out from the gacha quick enough that they became unlocks.
I'm quite skilled with a knife. If you care for a demonstration, hand me that apple.
Nope. Either way. Let me see here. Next time on Dragalia Lost, we are going to continue these events with Faith Forsaken Part 2. No preview this time, it's already late enough. So you're just gonna have to use your imaginations. But yeah, that is it for tonight. On Monday, I will not be playing Dragalia Lost, it will be Halloween, so I am going to be playing Resident Evil Remake, which is going to be fun. Let's see here, image file. Just working on a little couple of things here. Oh no! I ruined the surprise, but yes. When we on Monday, I'll be playing Resident Evil Remake, which is something spooky for Halloween. And I'll probably continue playing it afterwards, but we're still gonna be trucking ahead with Dragalia Lost. Maybe I'll change up my schedule, keep Splatoon to Fridays, maybe make Saturday Resident Evil, but keep on trucking ahead at least 2 streams a week for Dragalia Lost. Because, you know, we said that there was plenty of time at the beginning of all this, and now it's already almost November. On Tuesday, it's gonna be November, and so we are really truly going to be in a race with End of Service. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. So close to Gala Emile. Wait, what? Gala Emile is gonna be on Raid Up soon? Well, either way, all of these discussions we can continue on the Discord. By the way, if you're watching the VOD, like the video, subscribe to me, leave a comment, ring the bell, and join the Discord. It is right down in the description. We'll be back with Resident Evil. Until then, game out, and rest in peace, Lambert. Wait. What is that? What is going on? Lambert! What's going on? No. No! No!